Welcome to Ultimate Autographs. If you were looking for the internet's most exciting and interactive live break room, then you have come to the right place. We are opening live break mystery boxes featuring the biggest names from across the sports world every single day. If you're new to breaking with us, we can help break it down and make it as easy to understand as possible. First, head over to the live break page and look for a series that suits your interests. Most of our series will have 8 spots, which represent the 8 NFL divisions, but other sports breaks or mixers may vary. If you purchase one spot, that means you have a 1 in 8 chance to win that item at an extremely discounted rate. Next, click Add to Cart to purchase your live break spot. Once you've completed your checkout, tune into the next available live breaks broadcast on Facebook, Twitch, or YouTube at noon, 3, or 6 p.m. Central Time any day of the week. As you watch, you will see your name appear on the screen when your specific break begins. Your name will go into the randomizer and will be randomized a specific amount of times based on that evening's dice roll number. Once randomization is over, the list of names of people that bought into that live break will be matched up with a specific division. If the item that is pulled from the mystery box matches your division, congratulations, you just won an incredible piece of signed memorabilia. Want to guarantee yourself an item as opposed to testing your luck? Some of the series that you see on the live break page can be purchased under the mystery box tab of our website. Those boxes could either be shipped directly to your door or open live on the air before being sent to you. While you are there, make sure to sign up for our Signature Points Club. This exclusive club earns you points toward specific discounts, signed items, or exclusive events each and every time you buy at ultimateautographs.com. The moment you have been waiting for has come. Let's break some signed memorabilia.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome into another live breaking edition here from the Ultimate Autographs live studio, coming from the city beautiful Burr Ridge, Illinois. Stephen Ryan to my left, Rob Hill in the host seat this morning to get you guys started. Happy daylight savings, everybody. It's already taking advantage of some human beings already. Maybe one of the people in this break room that got caught a little off guard this morning. So welcome in, everyone. Facebook, YouTube, Twitch family to the Ultimate Autographs live break room. If this is your first time here with Steven and myself, feel free to drop a like and turn on that notification bell. We are live every single day. Almost every single day out of the year on, again, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. So, Steven, great night for sports last night, particularly on the diamond, as sports equinox season officially concluded with that. I mean, let's call it, let's keep it a buck here. I mean, that was an all-time World Series that we had going on last night, and that Game 7 was up there for an all-time Game 7, so I'm hoping that you got to see some of that.
I watched it. I stayed up to watch it. I was very tired. My body usually likes to tell me to go to bed at like 9:30 now.
Yeah.
But yeah, I had to stay up and watch it, and I even have it over here where that play where Pages ran over Kike Hernandez, and I'm just like, I don't know if I've ever watched a World Series that was more brilliantly played defensively than this one.
Yep.
I mean, just the required throw accuracy from all of these plays.
Yep.
Like Miguel Rojas in I think it was the bottom of the 9th, right? Because how often would you say that each team got the bases loaded with 1 out in their respective innings
And came up with nothing.
And didn't score?
Yep.
Unreal. Also, Will Smith, home run leader, hero for the Dodgers. Generally speaking, ladies and gentlemen, we get him in this room as well.
Yeah, we do.
Just a great night. I mean, I know baseball got what it wanted. They're going to want their salary cap. They're going to want all that stuff, but I don't care. I still think the 2 best teams played in the World Series last night, and the game showed for it. Their records were decided by 1 game, and the game replicated that, and the series replicated that.
Yeah, no, I mean, you couldn't ask for much more. I mean, look, we got spoiled. Anytime that you go into a 7-game format, whether it's the Stanley Cup Finals, the NBA Finals, or the World Series, you're going to want a 7-game series, the 2 best words in all sports, as we know. So we got it this past year on the hardwood in the NBA. with Oklahoma City and Indiana. Obviously, a huge injury in that game kind of left things a little bit to be desired in that game. But we got everything that we could have wanted from an 18-inning marathon, which ended up being the longest game in terms of time in MLB history, with Freddie Freeman playing the hero. You mentioned it, Will Smith, who we do get in here alongside Freddie Freeman in some of these series when we get baseball-related content. One guy who we have not gotten, who we might have to add, is the ninth-inning hero in that game, in Miguel Rojas. So last night when I was watching that game, my girlfriend and I, my girlfriend, she's much more into basketball. We've been together almost 2 years now, and you know that, you and I both, if you're going to be with one of us, you're going to have to at least understand the world of sports. It's not going to go away. We're not going to hide it.
Yeah.
So she's gotten much more acclimated to me being okay talking around sports and her being comfortable with it. But baseball for her is still going in the baby steps direction. She was fully glued to everything going on. I was like, okay. This guy is going to take all these defensive swings. He's going to do everything he can to just put the ball in play. Talking about Rojas, draw a walk, lean in and get hit by a pitch to make room for, 17 on deck.
Yeah.
And of course, as I say that, the pitch after, Hoffman hangs that slider, ties up the game.
I would still say it was kind of a defensive swing that just hit the bat perfectly.
He said that in the post game with Ken Rosenthal too. He's like, I was obviously trying to hit a home run there, and like you said, it was like a top-handed out in front of it, but it caught the barrel and it flew out. And that's the thing about playing in the Rogers Center. Whenever you have the dome closed there or open, it's a the ball tends to carry there. So guys, we're gonna be don't want to get carried away here, but let's get ourselves into the break room, get into our morning rigmarole here on this Sunday morning, week 9, by the way.
Yes.
Flipping things over into the NFL. Steven and I.
Wait, we do have 2 pre-fills.
We do have 2 pre-fills also. So let's get into that right away, guys. So let's talk about the dice roll and figure out how many times we're going to be going around said dice roll to get ready this morning for you guys. So
just to polish off the baseball point, since the baseball season's over,
crazy, man.
It is my favorite sport, but it is over. We're going to be moving on into basketball, hockey, all that stuff. The home run is not a properly hit baseball. It hits the bat at an angle. You don't technically square it up at the best possibility. Yeah. If you square up the baseball, it is a line drive, to left field, center field, or right back up ideally right back up the middle. That's ideally a perfectly hit baseball. Yeah. But the perfect placement of the bat, and I don't think it was his best swing he's ever had. The guy had not hit a home run in, I don't know if it was a month or
September 19th,
September or something like that. You're just like, of course.
Yeah, so of course. Yeah, and a lot of people will say, Dodger luck, script writers, Hollywood script writers had it again. But you know what?
You can't script baseball. If you wanted to, you couldn't.
There's a reason why. And again, you want to talk about randomization here, which we're about to do with this dice roll, guys. The Toronto Blue Jays, again, shout out to the Blue Jays. Despite them having that 3-2 lead in the series, they were 80-1 to win the World Series back on May 1st. Yeah. So again, they were the best defensive team in baseball this season. They proved it throughout the postseason. But unfortunately, a lot of the timely hits they had to get them that 3-2 lead, it really evaporated the last 2 games of the series. They left 14 men on base last night. I think they only left 11 men on base in Game 6. Yeah. So there's a lot left to be desired offensively. But then again, 1993 drought. I will say that there are teams. Your team went over a century. My team almost hit a century-long drought. Toronto, I think that they're going to be in a good place in the American League East going forward.
As long as Vladimir Guerrero Jr., who we also get in this break room a great deal, is on that team. I know one player doesn't necessarily make baseball like it does in basketball or other sports, but that's a really good bat to have in your lineup for the next 15 years. I'll just say it like that.
I mean, greatest postseason run ever from an offensive player. Maybe not iconically. We're going to look back at it, but certainly in Toronto lore. If you just look at the base numbers.
I thought they were going to tie that game last night when he
came up.
Yep. I was like, he hit that double. I was like, all right, they're back in this.
All right, guys. So, Derek, you went with 9 for the dice roll, my friend. It landed on numero ocho. So, let's take ourselves to ESPN 8 the Ocho this morning and get ourselves ready.
That's an August thing, right? That happened in August? Because the ESPN brings out the Ocho every once in a while.
Yeah, I think so. I think that's when that happened. So, the Chase Wheel Spin, guys. So, we have a special series that we are bringing back to you guys. For you guys this morning and for the rest of the day, obviously. And that's going to be our Blackjack series. So that's counted as our 21 specialty series that we have available for you. So when you see that number 21 next to the Chase Wheel Spin, I'm just going to put in parentheses Blackjack series as well. But for those that are card-playing hooligans out there, you're very familiar with the number 21. So that's going to be the Chase Wheel Spin this morning, guys. Steven mentioned that we have 2 pre-fills. And those are going to be in the jerseys and the college midterm. So college lottery series, or I should say the college midterm series, my apologies, did drop yesterday morning when Chinmay and I were live with you guys. And we are down to 6 boxes before this break. We'll be down to 4 after this. So there's no reason, guys, that there is going to be a remaining box left by the end of this 9 a.m. show. Great ratios, too, by the way. 6 boxes. And from what the board is looking like here, Steven, 5 headliners. Really, really good stuff. So I thought ESPN Ocho showed dodgeball. Yeah, with Colin McKnight and Pepper Brooks.
Yeah, Pepper Brooks.
Yeah,
what a
Pepper
great
Brooks.
name.
You know,
so he's not going to really be able to see there, Colin. We'll
You
see
know,
how that strategy. See if it pays off.
I know that you guys can't see it here in the studio, but we actually have a saying where if you could dodge a wrench, you could buy into a break. So there's no reason out there that can't happen, guys. So let's go around. Let's go around the other randomizer 8 times.
What's that guy? Patches O'Houlihan.
Patches O'Houlihan. Yeah, I mean,
from the mouths themselves.
Because this is a Sunday morning. Everybody's with their families. We're gonna not mention a lot of Patches' sayings, just because this is a family-related show. But yeah, that was Rip Torn was the actor that played Patches O'Houlihan. Speaking of an actor in that movie, my girlfriend and I last night after that World Series was done, Steven, we ended up watching Weapons. I don't know if did you see Weapons at all?
I have not seen Weapons.
So I'm not going to give anything away from it. The only reason I'm going to mention and bring up that movie actually is because Justin Long was in that movie for like a
second?
A 15 seconds of fame type cameo. It's like, oh my God, he still looks the same as he did 20 years ago in Dodgeball. Because Justin Long never ages. So, first down jersey series number 17, guys. Randomizer went around 8 times. Overall for this jersey series, 13 boxes left, 5 headliners. Do not get deterred by the headliners. There's a lot of really good jerseys left in the series. Dylan Orr, Tobias Walter, James Reed, Jacqueline Clay, Dennis Rivers, Tom Kaz, and Andres Medina. So we have 7 of you guys playing in this series. Very, very cool. Love to see the different names in the divisions. We have O.J. Simpson, Michael Irvin, Jamar Chase, and John Elway as the headliner still available. So one number there, James. So just feel free to copy and paste. Get ready for that number right now.
The Dodgers batted .203 in the World Series, the worst mark by a champion since 1966. Over the last 2 seasons, they have batted a combined .204 in the World Series and won both.
And won, yeah. I mean, that's the the old adage in baseball is great pitching stops great hitting, and clearly for a majority of the postseason, especially this year for the Dodgers, that reigned true. James, buddy, if you want to put that number 28 down there,
one more time, James, one more time. But I think this kind of a lot of. Again, on the side, I make Cubs content, and I love my team. But, we didn't have enough contact bats this year. But we did hit a lot of home runs in the postseason. But, that's what wins in the postseason. It's not just the solo homer.
Traditionally,
But, like, the 3-run homer, right?
Yeah.
Like, that's what wins. And, like, that's what... Last night, the Dodgers, I think, hit 4 solo shots, right? And they had a sacrifice fly. Yeah. Exactly. Like, it's just... It's the war of attrition in the postseason sense.
Thank you, James, for that. So 28 is. Did he put 28 or 26?
28.
So there's no 28.
No 28, James. So is that on the ticker still?
Let me check that there for you.
It is not on the ticker, so it's. Oh, is it?
So it would be 26. And by the way, Derek, right there at the bottom, buddy. The Chase Wheel Spin today is going to be our brand new Blackjack series. Our 21 series is back. We had that as a specialty series. I'd say about 2 or 3 weeks ago here in the break room. It was so popular. It went faster than hotcakes in McDonald's drive-thru at 10:29 in the morning. So guess what? It's back for you guys. We're going to dive right into that bad boy. And a nice specialty Speedflex helmet. Actually, a couple of them. I see a little half and halves here on the Authentics as well. So we got some very creative Authentics and Speedflexes available for headliners. And that series, 18 total headliners. We are spoiling you guys. Mark, has the college 18. Double been done yet? I said my bad.
Nope,
18.
Not yet. We're doing that one next, Mark.
Yep, we got that one coming up next there, Mr. McAdams. And 18. Did you say 18?
Yes, 18.
Okay, so James, 18 is not available either. So this ticker down here.
Do you want to just copy that ticker and throw it in there? Maybe I could.
So I could do. So that was down there at the ticker right there. So ticker's not fully available there yet, James. So my apologies for that. So let me get 18 out of here. So this is going to be
Because we have
19.
7 through 10, 12, 17, 19 through 22, 25, 26, and 30, James.
There you go. Yep, just like Steven mentioned, that's fully updated down at the bottom. Yep, 7 through 10, 12 through 17, 19, 20, 21, 22, 25, 26, and 30.
I'm just happy to say that we're finally on the same team now.
Yeah.
Bulls.
Yeah, I was going to say, yeah, no, that's going to be a, it would be a great lead-in if we had an all-basketball series here, but 25.
There we go.
25. There you go. Sorry, James. Third time's the charm for you, buddy. So you've been the man. You've been the man with the number playing here this morning. So hopefully that.
So best of luck.
Pulling off in the best way possible. Get you guys back in a line in these divisions for you. Dylan Orr in the NFC North. Tobias Walter down in the South. James Reed out East. Jacqueline Clay in the NFC West. Dennis Rivers has the AFC North and the AFC West. And then Tom Kaz and Andres Medina sandwiched in the middle. Thanks to James, his third box call of the number 25. Let's get ourselves off on a Sunday morning. So make sure you're done flipping those flapjacks, brewing that last cup of coffee. Sit down, relax, and strap it down for a big-time hit to start off our Sunday morning. Now, how does that old song go, Steven? On a Sunday morning, there's one thing that you can guarantee. Well, here in the break room, we can guarantee you a headliner hit. To start off our Sunday morning, we have the
Here we go.
We have the original eights. Nowadays, these Cowboys fans know something about CeeDee Lamb, but it all started with Michael Irvin, baby. Nice silver signature there in the middle of the eights. The Hall of Fame wideout, the three-time Super Bowl champion, a part of is. Maybe Steven and I might not agree, but America's team.
I was gonna say he
and the Dallas Cowboys.
He wasn't the original. He wasn't the original 88. We have another guy who might also be in this jersey series, by the way. And again, I learned this too when I first came. It's Drew Pearson.
Drew Pearson.
He was the originator of the 88.
You're right.
I will say this about Michael Irvin though. He probably took it to that level.
Yeah.
To that level.
Yeah.
And he said something the other day. It was really cool. I think someone asked him if he wanted his jersey number retired, and he's like, no, I wouldn't want that. And they're like, why? He's like, because now when they they give that 88 to the next star receiver of the Dallas Cowboys, all Cowboys fans are going to be like, is he as good as Irvin? Is he as good? Is he as good as this guy?
Took to that next level.
And I was like, that's a fair point. I actually like that.
And that was the part of the original Hail Mary play, correct? With Drew Pearson.
Yes,
that was the original Hail Mary play there.
Yes.
So. Awesome. I only know this because Pearson is he's for UA customers. Yeah. Welcome in, Jeff. Good morning to you, Ty, and everybody else as well tuning in this morning. Nice hit, says Derek. And yeah, James Reed 3 times for the box caller magic, and he is rewarded with the Hall of Famer in Michael Irvin. Mr. Irvin, a part of a couple of different series we had originally in some of these series. He has gone by the boards. He was in the vault at one point, but with a couple new series in there we're about to get into now, he is now out of the room for the time being. So, guys, updates on that. And again, not only did he call it 3 different times there, Steven, but also went against the ratios as well. It was a 5 and 13 chance. Now it's going to be a 4 and 12 chance of landing a headliner going forward.
Yeah. And like I said, Drew Pearson could very well be one of those last 12 boxes.
That's a hidden gem,
He absolutely is. And like you said, the original member of that Hail Mary. And now, we see it. I can only think of 4 guys total. I'm sure someone else has worn the number 88, so please, Cowboy fans or anyone that was born well before 1991, please let me know. But, Drew Pearson, Michael Irvin, Des Bryant, and CeeDee Lamb. Those are the 4 that I think of when it comes to the number 88. If there was another receiver, maybe he got that number, but didn't, live up to it. Please let me know.
Yeah, I was gonna say, no, it's a great call by you guys, and this is what's so great about our UA communities. You guys keep us in check. We have a lot of great baseball, or excuse me, just baseball knowledge as well, but a lot of great all around sports knowledge, football, basketball, hockey as well. In this
as a
chat
Cowboy though, Jay.
Isn't 88
Jerry Jones' age? Yes, Demaryius Thomas was very good as a Bronco, but yes.
I think so.
R.I.P. I love Demaryius Thomas.
Let's go. And I got it off of your reward program, so literally got it for free. I can say I appreciate it so much, but you guys do amazing work.
Free spot.
Well, so we have the easy part. We talk nonsense, we cut open boxes, and we talk sports. You guys are the ones that are the heart and soul of Ultimate Autographs. You're the ones that make our job so enjoyable. So thank you, James. And also, by the way, I'm going to talk about it as we get along in the show after this rundown here, Steven. But yeah, that Signature Rewards program, that Signature Clubs Rewards, you guys that are all in the chat know this, from Jeff to Ty down to Derek. You guys are all aware of the Signature Clubs Rewards. Every time that you buy into a break, you don't even have to win it. Every time you buy into a break here at Ultimate Autographs, it goes towards your Signature Club Rewards. So be like James, win a jersey for free. All right, so let's get started off with our Chase Wheel Spin series of the day today. And all 30 boxes are available, guys. 18 and 30 chance.
We got a college double next.
Oh, yeah. My apologies. Got ahead of myself there. Yeah. So I'm just going to show you guys quickly the headliner because I already talked about the lead. I hit GOAT last night. Well, congratulations. There you go. It's a round of applause for you, Ty. There you go there, brother. Just real quickly before we get into that college double there, I know Mark McAdams is bringing it earlier. We had the college double pre-fill. So I'm going to get into that, but just want to show you guys so you can get a little, scratch that itch a little bit and toss some scratch on the blackjack table to get ourselves started in this series. Look at some of these custom helmets that we have available for you guys. We are trying to spoil you as much as we can with this series. Brand new, up, ready to go. Every single one of these photo headliners are available from the Philadelphia Eagles Super Bowl championship signed lid. Was from this past season? I believe this may have been the one from this past
LAX, that sounds correct, right? Like 59?
I believe so. And this is a 7-time signature, by the way. 7 Philadelphia Eagles from this past championship team. All the way down to Troy Polamalu in the bottom right-hand corner next to the Bills. 5 Hall of Famers signed on there. So we've seen a lot of great multi-bill signatures, but that's just something that you guys are going to get yourselves into. Get yourself that Chase Wheel Spin. There were 7 spots left available in the single. I saw 8 still left in the double. I fully expect that to completely change by the time we're done with this college double. So into the randomizer we go. I don't want to keep my man Mark McAdams waiting any longer on this bad boy. So I know Mark is a big LSU guy. So 8 times here to get ourselves started off on a Sunday morning. Let's keep that headliner theme going. You want to talk about a series that has the best available ratios for a headliner left available? That college series, guys, in the midterms, you got Julio Jones left in that series, the Justin Jefferson LSU lid right there, the Jerome Bettis on the Notre Dame, the Steve Smith Sr. I know that I believe that was, who was that yesterday? Was that Utah? We had somebody in the chat yesterday that was really targeting a Utes lid for Steve Smith Sr.
That sounds right. I think Ty was chasing that before. That was a while ago, but maybe he hasn't gotten it yet.
Yeah, I believe that was Utah. If not, then you know what? Guess what? A Steve Smith still wouldn't be a bad thing whatsoever. And then that Brian Urlacher, New Mexico State jersey is still available as well. So got that 8 times around for you guys. And this is how we're going to shake things down. See. Boom. All right, so Joshua Bateman. Speaking of Utah, you landed in that Ute spot. You were looking for that Steve Smith Sr., my friend. Ty Percival with Wyoming, James Madison in Arizona. Gabe Flores looking for that Jerome Bettis lid alongside of Iowa and Virginia Tech. Shea Owens in Alabama, Ohio State, and San Jose State. Oklahoma, Florida, and USC lands again to Ty Percival. OK State, Penn State, and Mizzou to James Reed. Timothy Boulay. Gonna drop those 2 numbers. With LSU, New Mexico, looking for that Brian Urlacher from BYU. And then Michael Arias with Purdue, Michigan State, and Texas A&M. 2 numbers for the college, guys. Again, thank you guys so much this morning for getting started off with a red-hot start. A lot of the times I like to see the ball starting to roll right off as soon as the show begins to start. And we start to see a lot of breaks going on. That's going to get people really involved, really interested with getting these series going. So 2 numbers, the guys that I just mentioned, the ones that are up on the screen there, looking for 2 numbers in this college series. So should have, we have 6 up on the ticker there. So 1, 11, 15, 17, 19, and 21. 3 and 13. So we do not have 3 or 13, James. I'm looking for the numbers at the bottom of the screen, my friend. You're always able to look at the numbers as they scroll through that bottom ticker there. Whatever numbers are right next to the college, those are the numbers that you can call out, my man. Chris Carter, Rave Authentic, Devontae Adams, STS Rep Urlacher jersey. Ooh. Oh, so you got, your headliner package yesterday, Ty. So very, very nice. Those are some awesome hits, my friend. So yeah. Anna Lawrence Taylor mini. Man, you made out like a band in the middle of the night there. So way to go, my friend. By the way, congrats to you, Ty, for being such an awesome dad as well. He's been playing for his son, Talon, as well the last couple of days. So, last couple of weeks, I should say, because I remember last weekend he was as well. So, I'm sure some of those hits ended up helping him get to GOAT status. So, I'm going to give this about another 30 seconds, Steven. Looking for those two numbers again there, James, because I know you dropped those in there, buddy. Again, 1, 11, 15, 17, 19, or 21, my man. Wheel it is. Haha, let's see. Okay, sounds good to me. Let Lady Luck decide. Only 6 numbers. Yeah, so maybe a picker wheel scenario here.
That's a good idea.
Yep, so let me just do that again. So 1, 11, 15. What was that? 17, 19, 21. Yeah, 17, 19, 21.
19, and 21.
Thank you. 19 and 21. First one. Okay, let's do this. First box from Lady Luck this morning is going to be good old number 1, Steven.
All right.
It's going to be our first one, so we're going to go with the Lance Johnson number to get our morning started. You're going to have to deal with my White Sox numbers. Sorry, buddy.
I don't even know who that is.
One dog? Oh, you're killing me.
I'm not a Sox fan, so I can't possibly.
And 11. So we're just going to go with ones across the board.
Yeah, literally. Quite literally.
There we go.
Who's the 1 for the Sox? Or 11 for the Sox?
11 for the Sox. Got to go with, 11 for the Sox.
Tadahito Gucci.
It's a good one. Tadahito was 15.
The fact that I pulled that out of my head that he was a Sox.
And then he was replaced by the great Georgia Bulldog and Gordon Beckham. So
Ah,
there you go. 11
the
is
highly touted.
11 is retired. I think Ted Lyons is retired with the number.
Lyons.
Is retired. He's all-time starts leader in White Sox history. All right, guys. So you saw what we got here from top to bottom. Let's start off with good old number 1. So 5 out of these 6 are going to be headliners. We only have one man with multiple spots, and that is the man with a game-winning plan potentially in Ty Percival. Jeff, buddy, just because I value my job very much, I'm just gonna put your comment there in the drafts to respond to later, my guys. So, let's see. Cloth bag season, y'all. You know what this means. Oh, you know what this means. Let's see what we got going on here. Ooh, okay. Well, we're starting off our morning with a big-time playmaker from the wide receiver position. Well, you would say, Rob, didn't you just do that? You just pulled the Michael Irvin in the jerseys. Well, we're going to bring it a little bit more modern day. We're going to take it back to his times with Alabama.
Oh.
Time to roll tide as we roll out of this speed flex with a Julio Jones at his time with the Crimson Tide. Congrats to my man Shea Owens on a University of Alabama Crimson Tide Julio Jones speed flex. Just like he was with the Atlanta Falcons, who, in my opinion, Stephen, and I'm sure many of you as well, will eventually become a Hall of Famer. He will be enshrined in pro football history.
Oof, I think it's
College football history as well. I believe he was a, a 2-year guy?
I would say 3.
I would say probably a 3-year guy.
3, maybe he had a redshirt season. Here, hold on, let me.
Yeah, he may have been a 3-year guy.
I just remember one story about him that he ran. I think it was like a 4.3 or 4.4 40 with a broken foot.
And
That sounds insane.
And he was also 6'4". So,
yeah, he was 3 years. Yes,
3-year guy.
3-year guy at Alabama. His first 2 years, like statistically speaking, not overwhelming. But again, back in 2008 and 2009, they really ran the football. That was really their bread and butter. And it still kind of was all throughout their dynasty.
Really was.
But obviously, the later it got on in the dynasty, the receiving core got grosser and grosser.
Well, we've obviously also seen a ton of uber talented wide receivers in recent memory come out of Alabama. So despite it not being the most pro passing system, again, you're playing for one of the most well-respected, one of the most dominant collegiate football programs in all of North America. So Julio Jones, you're staying up here on the product cam today, possibly. We'll see what the next one has to unfold. So Julio up on the board. So he is now gone off of the headliners list for Mr. Julio Jones.
Let's take a look at who the running back was for that 2009 Alabama team. Oh, Mark Ingram.
Yeah.
He ran for 1,600 yards.
Who now does work for Fox Sports.
Yes, and his backup was Trent Richardson.
Woo. Not a bad running back room at Alabama.
Who ran for 751 yards and 8 touchdowns.
Yeah, Trent Richardson was built like a bus, man. He was
he could run it.
Big time guy. Let's see here. Yeah, I spent all day in that spot yesterday. Now it comes out hot. Congrats. Nice hit. Thank you, guys. Yeah, Toby, what's going on? Tobias, good to see you, man. I know that you tried to spot in that last break, in the last jersey break we did. If I have a free replica, can I only use it when you guys are running a replica break series?
Just a question, Toby. You have a free replica break spot or a free replica helmet? Because there is a difference. We do have that college transfer portal, which is college reps. You can get in that if you have the free helmet. But if you have a free break spot, that can also be treated, I believe, as a $51 gift card. I'm not sure about it. Might have a value on there, but you can use that towards any other break in the series if you want. That was an older part of our program a few years back when we did have replicas as a staple in the room more often. Yeah. But that's not the case anymore. So yeah, you can just use that on any. You should be able to use that code on any break that you want, Toby.
Okay, awesome. Thank you for that, Toby. Hopefully that helps you, my man. We were talking about some big body running backs, right? So it only makes sense that one of them decides to get in the driver's seat and drives his bus around all around campus. We're going to be going to the campus of Notre Dame.
Ooh.
It's time to start fighting the Irish, says Gabriel Flores. And we got Jerome Bettis, baby. Nice, very, very nice fighting Irish Notre Dame. The luck of the Irish, the number 6 Jerome Bettis, college and pro football Hall of Famer. His time with the Pittsburgh Steelers. Back in his day with the Notre Dame Fighting Irish, he was about as bruising of a running back as could be back then. And that certainly carried on to his NFL pro career playing days as well. So very, very nice hit there, Mr. Flores. A couple of headliners going back-to-back off the board. And we are now down in that college series, Steven, to just 4 boxes remaining. So
3 of which I believe are headliners.
You would be correct. So you guys want to get back in there and play for that Jay Jettas, Justin Jefferson, Steve Smith Sr., or Brian Urlacher? Definitely go ahead and do it. And Mark says Jetta survives. That's your LSU guy there, Mark. So I'll be expecting to see your name in that upcoming break. So again, guys, we're going to have 1 double box break left and then 1 single. I'm guessing you put that double box back up there.
I believe I did.
Okay, awesome. So I just want to make sure for that. I mean, it would only make sense, right? So if we decide to do that, in case we do 2 singles or 2 doubles, we'll see. We'll see how that transpires. Either way, congratulations to you, Gabe. Very awesome hit. Honestly, I think we would all agree that Jerome Bettis did not have the most exciting running style in college or the pros, but he was one of my favorite guys.
But effective.
But uber effective. You talk. Now, obviously, I was far too young to play fantasy football, but you want to talk about a touchdown vulture, a guy that was just an absolute goal line beast in college and the pros. That was Jerome
no
Bettis.
No problem giving him the ball on the 1-yard line. That was no hesitation there.
Ty said, I know I've said it already, but I am trying one more time. Well, not to use this cliche here, but I think you should give it the old college try. There, Ty. Sorry, I'm going to play the air horn on that one. That was bad. Again, congratulations, Gabe, and let's get ourselves into a couple of these new series here. Get ourselves a rundown. But shout out to you guys. I would much rather go through an entire full hour of a show to start off doing pre-fills than I would doing the rundown, because that means that you guys are hungry and eager to start breaking.
All right, we got 6 to go on the next college double. Timothy Blue, Mr. Arias. Now, Ty, I know you said you're going to be getting in, so I will be seeing your order probably very soon. That'll be 5 to go on that one. Mark McAdams, you said Jetta survives. You'll put it to 4. Basically, when you're at 4 spots in a break, you're already at the door. You might as well just knock it in and go inside. There's Ty, 5 to go. And we don't have anyone sitting in the single right now. So if this double closes, I'll just be honest with you guys. If this double closes before anyone buys into the single, I will take down the single and the double, and we will see what happens in those next boxes.
Yeah, especially if one of those 2 in the upcoming double box break ends up being a hidden gem, and then we're left with 2 headliners.
Yep.
Only would make sense to do that. So, yeah, we'll see how that transpires. But time to get ourselves into that 21-21-21 series. Double box break still. 8 spots to go, guys. A $226 price point. Going to go into the one that does have a spot bought into right now at $113. So we're going to go in through here and explain how this is dealt here. Quite literally here in this blackjack series. So feeling lucky, come play 21, the full-size helmet series here at Ultimate Autograph. It brings you a live break room exclusive. 21 series gives you a chance at winning autographed full-size helmets and gift cards up to $250. Again, guys, this is probably going to be new for a lot of you. The regulars that ended up playing this last time, it went by unbelievably fast. There's a very good chance even by the time that my 3 p.m. show is done with Alex Neatling later on today, ladies and gents, that this series is going to be closed out. So please jump on this immediately. So just so how you guys know how this works when you buy into the break, after a box is open, the host will be randomly dealt 2 cards. We have, just like how we have our wheel simulator, our number and dice roll simulator, we're also going to have a blackjack simulator as well. The host, who is going to be here, myself, is going to be dealt 2 cards, followed by the item winner being dealt 2 cards. If the item winner has a value closer to 21 without exceeding 21, then a gift card will be issued. The gift card amount depends on the item type. 1 replica helmets are given a $150 gift card, authentic helmets a chance for 100, and Speed Flex helmets a chance for 50. If the winner's card value is 21, then they will receive a $250 gift card. So for those that are familiar with the blackjack world, for those that are not aware, you are looking for an ace and a face card or the number 10 if you're a blackjack winner. So the number 10 or a king, queen, or jack. Very, very cool. Very creative thing here. I'm guessing you did this series quite a bit the last time that we ended up playing it. I'm guessing you were a pretty big fan of it. Let's see the headliners that we have available, guys. So, again, 1 spot broken into already. I alluded to some of the creative speed flexes that we have in this series already. 1 being a speed flex, 1 being an authentic. That being the 7-sign person Philadelphia Eagles 2024 Super Bowl champs helmet. So if you have an Eagles fan in your life, if you're an Eagles fan yourself, doesn't get much better than this. First of all, it's a speed flex, so it's going to have a base value already, Steven, of around $700, give or take maybe $600 to $700. But now you've got 7 signatures on there from a Super Bowl caliber team that automatically skyrockets into a 4-digit number. And if you're an Eagles fan, they're not going to care what the price value is on a resale market for that. They're going to keep that on their PC for the rest of time. And we get a lot of Eagles fans in here. We got a lot of Eagles memorabilia for you guys, so we know how popular that is. Speaking of popularity, the most popular game today, Steven, on the Week 9 NFL slate is going to feature this quarterback under center for the Buffalo Bills. That's going to be Josh Allen, the reigning MVP, JA-17.
Forgot they're playing today.
So, I mean, we're going to talk about this Week 9 slate a little bit as we go along here in this morning's show. But Josh Allen on the authentic, the reigning MVP quarterback. His Buffalo Bills have been a little bit of a slide the last couple of weeks. But you know, when he sees Patrick Mahomes across the other sideline, fireworks are going to ensue. Speaking of a guy who liked to create a lot of fireworks back in his day with the patented Gronk spike, it's Rob Gronkowski on a AFC East hit with the New England Patriots. Top 5 all-time in receiving touchdowns for tight ends. Rob Gronkowski, Steven, pound for pound, I would say, maybe the most dominant peak for a tight end in NFL history. You can certainly argue that. Certainly the greatest tight end personality in NFL history. Right. Certainly up there, to say the least. My guy that I would say, at least in my opinion, again, everybody in which their own, this is who I would say is the greatest athlete of all time. Bo knows. He's on the Oakland Raiders. authentic lid here, Oakland Raiders speed flex, I should say. Very, very nice classic lid for the silver and black and Bo Jackson. He did it in baseball, was an all-star for the Kansas City Royals. Also helped the White Sox to a 93 AL West Division title. Can never forget that.
Never
but of
forget.
course, but of course, most notable with his time with the Oakland Raiders as a excellent running back. Talk about a guy who is, well, the self-proclaimed D-GOAT, and he's got a pretty damn good case, if I do say so myself. Lawrence Taylor, who many would consider the greatest defensive player in NFL history. He's back, guys. We love seeing him in the break room, and you guys love having him. Actually, a couple days ago, as a part of our Spooky Season series, Stephen, which was a very popular hit on Halloween a few days ago, I was lucky enough to end up pulling him out on that Sports Illustrated poster. Don't know if you saw that, but it was a him and Mark Gastineau on one of the first editions of SI, and it was a New York Giant, New York Jet kind of thing, and it's like, oh, like once again the Jets reign supreme, and it's Lawrence Taylor kind of like side-eyeing him, looking up. Little do they know, Lawrence Taylor. They know. Because that was at the beginning of the 80s before, obviously, Taylor really popped off, got into his prime, and turned himself into the greatest defensive player of all time. If you guys liked seeing Julio Jones once, well, guess what? You can now see him twice. He's on the speed flex in this series, a part of the Atlanta Falcons. Calvin Johnson, if you're a fan of Transformers, or if you're a fan of Shia LaBeouf, Megan Fox, Michael Bay for some reason, guess what? Calvin Johnson in this series for you. On the alternative all-gray Detroit Lions, let's see here, authentic. Awesome. I love to see my man Megatron. We talked about Rob Gronkowski being a peak-for-peak greatest tight end of all time. Calvin Johnson certainly has that case for being the greatest wide receiver, peak-for-peak of all time. Still holds to this day the receiving yards record, which, by the way, Steven, before Puka Nakua's high ankle sprain injury, I think during week 5, that happened. He was on pace to break Megatron's record.
I remember Tyreek Hill a few years ago also was on a similar pace.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it didn't happen, but...
Unfortunately, he didn't have Matthew Stafford.
And this guy, he seems to be the common thread.
Yeah, I was going to say, you talk about a guy that's made, multiple Triple Crown winners. He created one in Megatron. He created one in Cooper Kupp in 2021. So I got a spot in that single also. Appreciate you, Ty. Thank you, brother. Now, you want to talk about one of the most popular players in NFL history, top 5 all-time in passing touchdowns. We have a lot of Green Bay Packers fans here at Ultimate Autographs, 2 of whom are now in the room with you right now. But Jeff August, I know you got to love this guy right here. Brett Favre on the Green Bay Packers. Authentic. Very nice to see Mr. 4 step into the room with us. Talk about injuries derailing a guy's season. Kind of a surprising news to see this happen before Week 9, Stephen. This got announced a few days ago that the all-world two-way player, the reigning Heisman Trophy winner in Travis Hunter, no longer playing for the Jacksonville Jaguars for the upcoming month. We're not going to see him probably until Week 13 at the earliest. Injured himself in practice, put himself on the designated short-term IR. But he had his first breakout week a few weeks ago across the pond. Had his first 100-yard game in the NFL. Had his first receiving touchdown. Hopefully Travis can come back sooner rather than later. We're going to see this guy all up and down the gridiron today. And Amon-Ra St. Brown. You got 2 elite Lions wide receivers in this series. Honestly, Steven, one of my personal favorite wide receivers in the game. It seems like he gets 150 targets a game from Jared Goff. Every other drop back, it seems like Goff is either targeting him or Jahmyr Gibbs.
Can you blame him?
I definitely cannot. So there's a very good chance him and Jackson Smith and Jigba and Jamar Chase will finish top 3 in targets and probably receptions by year's end.
Well, his predecessor, right? Amon-Ra's the best receiver since Calvin Johnson for the Lions, right? No questions?
No Kenny Galladay? Yeah, definitely. Yeah, definitely.
I'm just saying, there was a phrase back in the day, a meme phrase by Matt Stafford. It's called F it. Calvin's somewhere down there.
Yeah.
Probably the same goes for Amon-Ra St. Brown. Maybe not the same physicality, but you're just like, you know what? He's going to catch it. I'm going to throw it in his area. He'll make it happen.
I would say the route tree is slightly different. So instead of saying F it, he's somewhere down there, I'd say F it, he's somewhere right here.
Yeah.
As he likes to, run a lot of in routes over the middle of the field. But one of the more elusive guys over the middle of the field. He's a great yak. We love a good yak receiver here in the break room. So talk about a guy that was the ultimate yak player out of the backfield. My goodness.
But F it. Amon-Ra somewhere near here.
Yeah. Well, F it. Amon-Ra somewhere in one of these boxes.
Yep,
and
that's true.
It's going to be up to you guys to end up cracking the Amon-Ra case and pulling out the sun god himself.
You can double up on the double with it.
Yep, I mean, dude, 18 headliners. We haven't even gone to the secondaries. We still have a whole other row of photo headliners to go through. And, you know, we want to take a little bit of maybe extra time to talk about the late, great Jim Brown. Again, 3-time MVP winner out of the backfield. We know, obviously, the game of football has changed about 80, 90 years later. But, I mean, the original great, the original GOAT of the game of football. Back then when it was 3 yards and a clump of dust type of mentality, the ground and pound run game for Mr. Jim Brown. The greatest Cleveland Brown of all time. You can get him on the original Browns lid here. We have him on the Speed Flex. Dennis Rivers' brother. Doc, I know what you like to play for Cleveland Brown stuff a lot. I know that you were looking for the last Jim Brown lid that we had. You were playing for your dad, I remember, if that's correct. So, Doc, if you're checking in with us this morning, we got Jim Brown in here again for you, my friend.
I mean, just the 9-year. First of all, he has the highest yards per game average in NFL history, sitting at a clean 104.3. He only played 9 years, and, you know, I say only 9 years, but like you said, right? Pile of dust, cloud, the whole 9. That's the way the game was played back then.
Yeah.
But, yeah, 3-time MVP. He won the MVP his first 2 years in the league. 3rd-year MVP. He was all-pro every single 8 of his 9 seasons, except the 1962 season where he was just a measly Pro Bowler. And he only ran for... What is it here? 996 yards in only in 14 games. I don't know why that was such a down year for him, especially during his MVP season. He ran for 942 yards his rookie year. His down year in like a few years later was his only Pro Bowl season, but he won the MVP his rookie year with less stats.
With less, yeah.
Which is just wild.
I think we can.
Dominant.
Dominant to say the least, but the game has also evolved quite a bit as well.
Yes.
But again, for his time, there's nobody that could compare to the late, great Jim Brown.
But I'll say this about Jim Brown, right? We're in this whole new passing era and new all that other stuff. And yes, passing the football is fantastic.
Aerial assault.
But it's going to take another guy like Jim Brown to change that. There's got to be a team out there eventually that's going to start to zag or zig while everyone's trying to do this, right? Everyone's trying to find the quarterback and get their franchise right. But if you can just find your Jim Brown, you can control the pace of the game. That is a way to win football games. Like when I'm outmatched in Madden, I just run the football. I just milk the clock. Like I'm making sure you don't get a chance to.
Yeah.
So someone's gonna, I don't know who's gonna do it, but some coach has to just be like, I need to get this next great running back and just ride him to the title.
Well, let's talk about 2 potential running backs that we actually get here in the break room very often in Sonic and Knuckles.
Yep.
In David Montgomery and Jahmyr Gibbs. We talked about a double up possibility, by the way, in the series, guys, for 2 different lines players, 2 different positions in Calvin Johnson and Amon-Ra St. Brown. But I think that's what Dan Campbell wants to do. He clearly has one of the best offensive lines, one healthy pass pro, run pro, in all of football. But again, the thing that I love about Campbell is that he gets them fully refreshed. You'll see Gibbs for an entire drive. You'll see Montgomery with an entire drive, and they'll alternate back and forth. It's like a full hockey shift that they're taking out there. So, but at the same time, I think that, and again, you have an all pro wide receiver. You have a Pro Bowl level tight end, Sam Laporta, and you have an all pro quarterback, an excellent quarterback in Jared Goff. So you want to be able to get everybody their worth, but at the same time, I think that those are such great bell cow running backs where it's like, you're going to need a tandem like that if you want to bring the running back game back into full fruition. And thank God for Saquon Barkley's nearly record-breaking season last year, because everyone's like, we're not paying you, we're not paying you, we're not paying you. And I like what Jonathan Taylor's doing this year. Coming into week 9, 12 touchdowns. He's got 3 different games of 3+ rushing touchdowns. So, it's one of those things where the running back position is still very, very vital if you want to have team success.
I was going to say absolutely. And yes, we all know sex sells. Passing touchdown sells.
Yeah.
But when you want to win a Super Bowl, you can take a look at all the Super Bowl winners from years past. It still remains true, right? Yeah, Saquon didn't have the greatest rushing game, but Jalen Hurts got his yards when he needed to, right?
Yeah.
The year before when the Chiefs won, Isaiah Pacheco and company, Kareem Hunt, they ran it effectively enough. You got, and the Niners who got there, Christian McCaffrey. We all know when healthy, he's one of the best in the business. So again, like I said, you still need to be able to run the football. No team that just passes gets to the Super Bowl.
There's a reason.
Or wins it.
There's a reason why, even with the running game now, and then I'll continue to move on through this series here, guys, and the rest of the rundown. But the last point on that is that you talked about it with Jalen Hurts getting it when he needs to. There's a reason why NFL executives, ownership groups, they're all, I'm telling you this right now, and this is why combines are looked at more importantly in football than anything else for quarterbacks. They are looking for that next Josh Allen.
Yep.
They're looking for that next,
physical freak.
Yeah, that low floor, the ceiling is the sky type of, level type of player. And, you look at guys like Drake May, you look at players like Anthony Richardson, you look at players like Daniel Jones, guys that physically are there and that have it. Again, I just named you a whole range of guys. Drake May, second MVP odds coming into this week in just his second season. Anthony Richardson, story for another day. But the point is that they're looking for those big type of dual threat physical freak athletes to, again, help them in the running game and do
I think
just about
all
everything.
three of those guys were recruited at a higher rate than Josh Allen was.
Oh, 100%. Well, yeah, obviously
Not
Josh
recruited,
Allen's
not drafted, recruited.
We all, Josh Allen, I don't even think he took a campus visit to Wyoming.
Yeah, no.
He was just glad.
He was just messaging people.
Yeah, he was just glad to get a D1 offer from somebody. Yeah. So, moving through the rest of the series here, guys, the guy that certainly got a lot of D1.
Good morning, Jack. Sorry, real quick. Good morning, Jack.
Yeah, what's going on, Jack? Good morning, Mr. Abbott. Hope you're enjoying your Sunday morning with Steven and I. A guy that certainly received a lot of D1 offers in his day, Mr. Jerry Rice, the all-time receiving yards leader.
I don't know about him.
In NFL history. Maybe so.
The school he went to didn't feel like it. He only went to Mississippi Valley State or something.
Oh, that's right.
He went to a very small school.
That's right. Oh, my goodness. You're right on that. Yeah.
Well, that's also a fun common theme, right? When you think of the GOATs of football at their respective position. Now, Tom Brady went to Michigan, but he was a 6th-round pick.
Yeah.
Even at Michigan when he was winning, he wasn't necessarily the man, per se. Right, Jerry Rice, Mississippi Valley State. If you want to argue Jim Brown, that's Syracuse. Back in the day, they were really, really good. Walter Peyton. Where did Walter Payton go to school? Why don't I remember that?
I do not remember.
He is not. You can't play straight out of high school.
So, by the way, guys, Myles Garrett on the Speed Flex here on the Dog Pound. Another Cleveland Brown here in the series. Very nice decal with the Cleveland Brown logo, the alternative logo on the side there.
Jackson State.
Jackson State, so there you go.
Smaller school.
Another dominant powerhouse back in the day. Bills 5 Hall of Fame signatures here on the side of the helmet, and Troy Polamalu on the Speed Flex. One of the best safeties of all time, my opinion. Don't want to talk about what he did in 2008. Eric Dickerson, Chris Johnson, CJ2K, baby, and Javonte Williams. Talk about a resurgence for Javonte Williams.
I've always liked his game, but obviously the injuries have hindered him.
Really nice to see him make a comeback with Dallas.
Glad he got a spot in Dallas. They're giving him the rock. That's also a dying thing in the NFL, Rob, that I'm not saying every running back needs to be a bell cow back, but there's some running backs that they get better with the more contact that they take. Yep. Right?
Some guys embrace it.
The first 10 rushes might not be what they want, but rushes 10 through 20, that's when they start making their stride and start affecting the game. And sometimes the coaching staff and the way the game's schemed up, it takes away from that.
Yeah.
But Javonte Williams, he needs the ball 15 to 25 times a game, and he will be effective for you. I do believe that. And I'm happy to see him back in the break room.
Yeah, no, I think we see that all the time. There are certain guys where if they're not getting out, one, it could be game script. And then another thing, too, where it's where you're not quite literally scripting these runs for guys. And it's if you're traditionally with Dallas, because of their defense, because of the high-scoring games they play in, unless it's the first half, you're probably not getting Javonte Williams or in the past in recent years, certain Dallas running backs enough touches that we've seen. Now, of course, we've seen the Rico Dowdles, we've seen the Miles Sanders, the post-Ezekiel Elliott era guys, and a lot of it is because of porous defenses. But in Javonte Williams' case, because their offense this year has been able to put together such long, sustaining drives.
Yep.
Now that they're at 100% with CeeDee Lamb back as well, Jake Ferguson's been amazing. George Pickens has been very good. They're always on the field.
Yeah.
And Javonte Williams has actually been a drive extender on third down and short situations that they haven't had in recent years. So, again, he's able to get more touches and he's able to get more loose. So, another series, guys, that just dropped last night from Joe and Rip, which, by the way, had an awesome show. Shout out to Joe Aguilar and Rip Camelucci. 28 boxes left in the practice squad, Steven.
Brand new.
Photoed headliners.
Wow.
Still brand new. Right around a 60% chance, 15 and 28, guys. Let's talk about these photoed headliners, which that practice squad Amazingly, from what it looks like up on the board, my friend, it looks like it was untouched in the headliners.
That's what it looks like.
So we had two hidden gems that got pulled in a double box break last night. So very, very nice here. So everybody in this is available. We talked about we need to see that great running game come back in the NFL, which again, it hasn't. I'm saying it hasn't. But if you want to see the dominance of the running back come back, again, Steven and I both talked about it. We both pretty much agree that David Montgomery and Jahmyr Gibbs would be an excellent thing to do that for. He's in this series, is Mr. Montgomery on a speed flex for David Montgomery, the former Chicago Bear, on Steven's squad, and now a Detroit Lion. Emmitt Smith, talk about going from one very good modern-day running back to the all-time great, the best running back in NFL history, most rushing yards of all time for the one and only Emmitt Smith, 3-time Super Bowl champion on the all-white football. That's clean, man. It's nice to see the football on a alternative type of item that we get, but that's very, very cool to see. You get the Dallas Star right there. You got the nice dark blue Cowboys inscription. Very, very different. How about TJ Watt, baby? He got his big-time payday coming into the season, and, you know, he's been arguably the best defensive player in the NFL really since the start of the decade. He is an all-world game wrecker for the Pittsburgh Steelers, who do have the most expensive defense in the NFL this year. Unfortunately, it has not necessarily lived up to the hype on that side of the ball as of yet. Again, we still have about 7 or 8 more weeks to go, so a long ways to go for TJ Watt and company. But you know one guy that you can always count on that Pittsburgh defense, and that's 90 in TJ Watt. Chris Carter, all he does is catch touchdowns, and all he does is end up in this break room. He is on that all-purple Skull Vikings authentic lid. Chris Carter, now you want to talk about a franchise that has been absolutely blessed. And I hate to do this to you because this is your division. The Packers, we talk about
I forgot you're a Cardinals fan.
But everyone forgets. You know,
yeah, that's a problem.
We quite literally fly under the radar, my friend.
You guys fly, all right.
Right now we're hibernating south for the winter, and it's only week 9.
I'm being honest with you though. I took the Cardinals. I didn't take them to win the division, but I thought they would. They've been a really annoying team when you gamble on them. You know.
Yeah.
So
you know what's funny? I actually, and again, they call me the mayor of fair, and I try to be fair with my futures bets because I like betting futures a lot. Very stupid to do, but I enjoy them. I took Seattle.
I'd rather do that now. I'm more of a futures guy now than I was previously.
I like betting futures on team bets, but I can't do it on individual players because that's where the problem comes in. But
I like the NBA. I can.
So yeah, well the NBA, that's like my prop thing is day to day. But like I do have I have a team thing that you and I could talk about later. But for Seattle, I took them to win the division preseason at plus 400, but then I took my Cardinals at like plus 105, plus 110 to make the playoffs.
They just need to get a little bit. They just need to get a little hot.
Well, again, it's it's health for a lot of them. You know, obviously Brissett, as people have seen, he's been able to handle the offense better than Kyler Murray. For some reason, did you know that if you take a wide receiver with the number 4 overall pick, it might be a good idea to throw him the football? That's something that we struggle to do in Drew Petzing's offense. It's Trey McBride and sometimes Michael Wilson. Sometimes like Michael Wilson's solid. Michael Wilson's an okay number 3, but we don't scheme for Marvin Harrison Jr. at all. As soon as James Conner went down, the consistency of the offense has just plummeted. And then of course Trey Benson the following week, he went on the IR. So now it's been Bam Knight really getting, and Michael Carter really splitting the touches out of the backfield. So good morning, everyone. Great morning to Dodgers fans. Yeah, good morning, Mr. Kane. A great morning for those out on the West Coast. Congratulations again to the Dodgers, the back-to-back World Series champions. First time since the Yankees won 3 in a row from 1998 to 2000.
And the first NL team in about 50 years.
The big red machine in 75-76. So going through the rest of the series here, guys, in the practice squad. Some of the other headliners still available. How about Andre 3000? Andre Johnson, baby. We like to see him quite a bit. The greatest player in Houston Texans history. The recent Hall of Fame inductee in 2024. Very nice inscription up here on the Salute to Service Authentic down in the Lone Star State. This was one of my favorite guys, Steven, to watch play growing up. My first Super Bowl that I ever watched, I'm about to expose my age here. The first Super Bowl that I can remember was the 2005 New England Patriots over the Philadelphia Eagles Super Bowl. Brady versus Donovan McNabb.
Classic.
That was a very, very good game. That was the game where TL played. What was that? He was playing with like a broken foot or he's playing through it was something like a lower body injury that he had some sort of fracture with, and he still balled out in that game. The guy guarding him that entire game on the defensive side, Mr. Ty Law, on the speed flex in this series, one of the greatest defensive backs of his era. I was lucky enough to see this guy yesterday, Steven, get pulled out as a speed flex in Mr. Sean Alexander, the 2005 NFL MVP, the rushing yards leader that season. I believe he actually came a touchdown away from breaking LaDainian Tomlinson's touchdown record. He had something ridiculous, like 27 touchdowns. Did Sean Alexander. He is a forgotten gem in recent NFL lore for dominant running backs. He is certainly up there. We had Travis Hunter available in that Blackjack series on the Jacksonville Jaguars lid. Well, guess what? We decided to switch it up, put him on the Colorado Buffs authentic here in this series as a headliner. Warren Sapp terrorized opposing quarterbacks back in his day. The 2002 Super Bowl champion. He's back in the break room with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And he's, if you don't believe me, there it is right there. Super Bowl champion signature as well from Mr. Warren Sapp. Steven talked about this guy being on pace to break the single-season receiving yards record once upon a time when he did lead the league in receiving yards about, 3 years ago now? His second year.
It was his first year in Miami, right?
Was it it was his first or second year?
I think it was his first year.
Was it his first year?
Yeah.
So about 4 years ago with the Miami Dolphins, Tyreek Hill on the speed flex. By the way, Tyreek, get well. Hopefully see you back on the gridiron next season. He is out for the year after a devastating week 2 injury. I think that was a broken leg that he suffered, I believe it was. A guy who has come back in a big way from a hamstring injury this year out on the West Coast in George Kittle. He said that midi is cool. Yeah, no, very, very cool. Or whatever they're called. Yeah, the new midi for the Sean Alexander midi that we have available here. So the little midi speed flex. So this is a brand new thing that Rydell is really starting to come out with. These are going to be new. You're going to start seeing these a lot more often here in the break room, guys. So Ty, very good call on that, my friend. George Kittle on the authentic here. And then we have Michael Penix on the authentic for the young, up-and-coming Washington Husky quarterback now with the Atlanta Falcons. Tiki Barber, a secondary headliner alongside Keyshawn Judkins, or according to our website, Keyshawn Jenkins.
No.
Is there a Keyshawn Jenkins out there that we may or may not know about? It's okay, guys. That happens. Nobody's perfect, but
what series is that in?
That's
the practice squad.
That's in the single. You might want to check the double too for the practice squad.
You, yep.
Also, Jamal Charles. Talk about forgotten great running backs. Great Kansas City Chiefs running back for a number of years. Damn, was he dominant back in the day. So any breaks at all there, Steven? Anything that
We're getting some track. Judkins. We are making some movement in the practice squad, both single and double. So we got some spots knocked out there. Cook another spot in that 21 series as well. So we are driving. I'll say that much.
Yeah, we're driving down the field. We are in the red zone for that single box break for the practice squad. 3 to go. That is most definitely going to break. As we are just past the hour mark here at Ultimate Autographs to start off our first show here today, guys. And again, you know what the old saying goes, the early bird catches the worm. In this situation, you guys being the early birds, you want to catch these breaks. You have 2 brand new series. If you have a particular item, team, player that you have an eye on, do not let the break pass you by. You are the first one at the dinner table. Get everything you want. Get your fixins in right now. I'm throwing a lot of analogies in your guys' direction, but I could not be any more serious about it.
As the month turns to November.
Yeah, yeah. So don't let this pass you by, guys. Practice squad, 15 and 28 chance. 21 series, our blackjack specialty. 18 and 30, a specialty series you are not going to see happen that often. One thing we're going to want to get closed out, guys, is this college lottery series. We have 4 available boxes left, 3 and 4, 75% chance. Very, very hard you're going to see any headliner ratios better than this. And you guys know this is regulars. As soon as you clear out one series, Steven, another one is waiting to come in and take its place. So if you guys want to see a brand new series, possibly drop at the end of this show, or even drop at the noon show if things stall out a little bit. We do have 5 spots left to go in this double box break here in this college series. Those headliners still left available. Mark McAdams knows all too well who this guy is. LSU, Justin Jefferson Jettas. He certainly made a name for himself in the NFL. which, by the way, you talked about Jim Brown having the highest yards per game average in NFL history. Justin Jefferson, as of right now, the highest yards per game for receivers in NFL history. He was a pretty good guy as an LSU Tiger as well. Speaking of a guy who dominated in college, this might be my favorite looking authentic that we have in this entire series, Steven. This Steve Smith Sr. Utah Utes, that Matt Red looks unbelievable in the picture here in the graphic. I guarantee you it's going to look even shinier when it pops out of that break box. You have a 1 in 4 chance. You have a 2 in 4 chance if you buy into the double, guys. So make sure to get in on that. Brian Urlacher on his New Mexico State jersey, 44 back in the day. Steven is much more familiar with this number 54.
Yes.
with a touch lighter of a shade of orange when he donned the Monsters of the Midway Chicago Bears orange for his illustrious Chicago Bears career. Good morning, Bob Boulay. He said you need a Rodman item in order to catch the worm. Yeah. You know what's funny? You say that, actually. We had to close out our spooky season series yesterday. Guess what our last hidden gem item was?
Dennis Rodman?
Dennis Rodman on a Chicago Bulls.
Ooh, there we go.
So, I mean, you want to talk about guys with that certain level of spooky essence around him. It was only fair that the last hidden gem was indeed Dennis Rodman. So,
Dennis the Rodman.
A quick thing I want to get you guys inundated with here before we get another room check. We're going to get a temperature check of the room again, guys. And again, feel free to let me know. I'll be more than happy to drop you guys some links on where we're going to get going here, because we want to get some traction going on the Blackjack series and that practice squad at cover too. But let's talk about week 9, Steven. For Chinmay and myself, not sure if you're aware of this. I've probably talked to you a time or two, because this is hard to believe, dude. I've been here for just a touch over 2 months now. This is only our second show together.
Yeah.
So we don't have as much chemistry needed to be built up, but we're usually spent going on each other's throats debating on the current statuses of our baseball team in our city. But
just for the record, he talks to me and then I'm forced to respond.
So
I don't ever just be like, hey, they suck.
So, but I can sense it though. I know it's up there.
Bad.
I know it's up there. So.
But here's the deal. Here's the thing though, is your owner of your team owns our other team. So I sympathize.
Well, I mean,
in the sense of
that's where we unify.
Just hell.
Thank you for Josh Giddey. Yeah, thank you for that and the 5-0 start for the Bulls. Yeah, so that'd be if we had a nice basketball player item or two.
But that was more luck.
Yeah.
Than
well, with the
actual smart money spending by him.
You want to talk about? I mean, it's only 2 years in, but I mean that's already looking like one of the best win-win trades in recent NBA history. So
absolutely,
that's looking fantastic so far for both sides.
I mean, that's what all culture changes and
yeah,
like dynasties are built off crap contracts. Scottie Pippen of the 90s, 7 years for $21 million total.
Yeah,
that's very helpful.
Yeah,
the Warriors, Steph Curry, 4 years, $44 million. Yeah, that's a really good deal.
How many times have you seen that clip of that random SB Nation guy at the time saying like 4 years, $44 million for a guy with no ankles? That's an awful contract.
Yeah. Well,
and then
was that young Colin Cowherd?
And then he's
that might have been.
I was gonna say, yeah, his
that was like his first show.
That might have been like the OG freezing cold takes first
cold
ever.
pizza.
Yeah, cold pizza back in the day too. Shout out to Skip Bayless, a guy who's probably on the Mount Rushmore of terrible takes in sports media. Did you see what he dressed up as, by the way, for Halloween?
LeBron?
LeBrick James.
Oh god.
Yeah, as he was shooting a toy brick around. With his new job at Gridiron Heights alongside Gilbert Arenas.
These people.
It gets the clicks, right?
It does.
And luckily for you guys with Steven and I, you know what Steven and I bring to the camera here in the studio? We bring authenticity. We bring genuine sports content. We bring genuine breaks to you guys. Everything in here is pure. It's authentic. It's JSA certified. And
or
so are our
PSA.
takes. Or PSA. And it's all authentic. One thing, you know what? I don't get a chance to do this. I like to do this. I lied. I totally lied. I just let out of my butt there. But because I have Alex,
and that's the truth. He lied.
And that's the truth. See the transparency.
He just lied.
I was gonna say the mayor. I was gonna say I am the mayor of fairs. So I will call myself out on my own BS sometimes. But in all honesty, I want to talk about your boys who are getting ready to kick off in about an hour and a half and change Central Time here. Big game playoff implications for both sides.
Oh, God.
You guys are coming off of
I don't even care about the playoffs,
You guys are coming off of a, let's say, not so impressive performance against another AFC North team last week. But you know what the great thing is that any given Sunday, anything can happen in the NFL. So I want to get your temperature check on this game and your Chicago Bears going into Week 9.
Okay, first and foremost, the Ravens as a 2-5 team, that's not real. We know the Ravens are better than that.
Yeah.
That's whatever's happened. Could they be having a year from hell? Sure. I'll give them that. That doesn't mean they're a bad football team. No. Yeah, the record might say that, but I think they're still somehow favored to win the division.
Dude, bro, when they were 1-4, they were -105.
Exactly. Vegas is like, we legally can't.
Rodgers was sniffing those smelling salts and in fumes on the sideline in Pittsburgh, seeing those odds.
I don't know what's happening here, but they're going to bounce back, and the AFC North is a bloodbath, so we all know how that works.
Yeah, definitely.
The Bears as a playoff team, it'd be fun if we made the playoffs, I think. Again, I like always seeing where we stack up against good teams. The Bengals are not a good team, in my opinion. They're a spunky team. But anytime you're trading for Joe Flacco to salvage your season, it's just, oh boy, that's what I would be saying. Yeah. This is my only thing I want from today: 300 yards of passing and 3 touchdowns from Caleb Williams. He should be able to go out there and take care of business against that secondary that made the Jets' offense last week in the fourth quarter look like Joe Montana in the 80s. Okay? Yeah. You need to be able to handle business against that secondary. I'm sorry. If he can't, we're going to have a problem.
Well, on the bright side, because, again, Mayor Fair checking in here, I want to give a compliment on Caleb Williams. And I'll be honest with you, the guy leaves a lot left to be desired. He leaves a lot out on the table. But if there's one thing he's done in his 2-year NFL career, he picks apart bad defenses. And Cincinnati is a poster child in their secondary for having a bad defense. And Trey Hendrickson, I don't believe is expected to play, right?
I don't even know. I don't even care.
If he's not, Bulls fever, baby. See, right? This is all we care about right now. Look up NBA.com Eastern Conference standings and see us at the top.
Look at the number 1 seed, all right?
It's lonely up there 5 games in of an 82-game season. But you know what? Let's just take that dopamine hit while we can here on November 2nd.
No, I cared about Caleb's growth this year. Like, I'm not expecting to win a Super Bowl. I want to see growth. It's his first year in a new offense. I don't expect things to click. How often do your first-year coach and your quarterback click and you win a Super Bowl?
Well, and here's the thing, and unfortunately you kind of threw a layup here for me. You know, we're looking at Mike Vrabel, Drake May. We're looking back.
But what are they going to win?
But we're looking at last year at Jaden Daniels in Washington. I'm saying, does that make you feel any type of way?
No.
Now, of course, if Washington was picking first, if New England was picking first, they would have probably taken Caleb Williams. I think he was a unanimous consensus number 1 overall pick, especially since now the one thing that I don't understand is why Chicago is basically negligent on any other draft prospect, because they didn't hold anything for May. I think they had very little interest from what I read and what I saw in Daniels. So it seems like Williams was their guy from the start. Of course, we're halfway through his second year. He's going to have a long, probably very good career. Yeah. But right now, do you have any potential buyer's remorse on seeing how Williams has looked so far through his first year and a half?
Not in the Drake May category.
I think Drake May,
not that, Drake because awesome. No, I'm not saying I don't think it's because he's not awesome. I think it's because you could date someone for 5 years and it not work out, but you could find the love of your life in 1 month and be married later. And I think
shout out 90 Day Fiance.
And I'm just saying, I think Drake May and Mike Vrabel are the love of each other's life.
Yeah,
and now let's just remember, that schedule is abysmal. They get to pick apart some pretty bad teams.
Drake May on Sunday Night Football against Buffalo.
I'm saying he passed that test, and he's gonna. If he does it again against the Bills, like, I'm not saying I'm out on him, and I know they're going to the playoffs.
Yeah,
I actually think they might go like 14-3. They might steal a number 1 seed.
I think when I look at a guy, again, we're gonna move on here, go back into the breaks, guys, but when I look at Caleb Williams, we unfortunately, and again, I'm not doing this to just put you down, my friend, but again, you just look at the recent draft capital that was spent on recent Bears quarterbacks in the high, we go to Fields, we go to Trubisky, going back to the last 2 high pick guys. They did not have anywhere near the talent level that Caleb Williams has. The arm strength, his ability to improvise on the move, the throws he makes on the move are really, really incredible. It's just in between the lines. There's something where 1 and 1 doesn't equal 2 when it comes to when it's not even when the pocket breaks down. It's when he's actually in the pocket, and it's the ability to like, okay, because he holds onto the ball way too long, a little Carson Wentz type syndrome. And it's like, hey, if the check down's there, is take it. If there's not a QB spy, or if there's not somebody in the box, guess what? You have the athleticism, dude. Yeah. You have the legs. Take the yards in front of you. You don't have to make the Superman play like you did at USC all the time. Because guess what? At USC, they were giving up 40 points a night.
But that's also that's also been his MO his whole career.
Yeah, and you don't have to play backyard football. If he can learn to play in a structured system and take what's given in front of him and play more a winning style of football, I think he's going to be a great quarterback. But that's where the maturation has to come in.
Yeah, and I think you're talking to the wrong person about this, because on the scale of all Chicago teams that I care about winning a title, the Bears might rank second to last for me. Like, I just it's great that they win a title, but like, I want a Bulls title. I'd rather have another Cubs title.
I wonder, Chicago Fire are last?
No. Who was the other team? Why did I think of the Blackhawks?
Oh, the Hawks. I thought you were going to say the White Sox, obviously.
No.
That's why I was setting that up.
If the White Sox are in the World Series and they're facing like the Brewers, I'll root for the White Sox. Or the Cardinals.
Thank you, man.
Or the Dodgers. So
Toronto was in last place last year in their division. I'm just saying. So you're saying we have a chance.
If you want to be like that, sure.
I'm a glass half full type of guy.
That's fair. All right, we do have a practice squad single though.
Practice squad single broke open. I was just going to say on the break page, guys, there's 2 left, so we're going to see, for at least Steven and I, our first practice squad break of this particular series.
I want to see the midi.
Yeah. Oh, that. What is it
Sean
called?
Alexander. It's called a midi.
Yeah, a midi.
Basically like a mini speed flex.
Yeah, that's what
it's a beautiful, beautiful lid.
Midi.
Midi.
Those are very, very cool. Yeah, I did see that from the shipping department and production to see what that looks like a little bit. But yeah, seeing that bad boy pop out, that would be very, very nice to see. So again, guys,
that is ready for you.
Steven's got the names ready. So thank you guys very much getting into this.
Yeah, I mean, again, I don't think Rome was built in a day. But also, I think we're the Bears, and we're just a disaster organizationally. So I wouldn't be surprised if none of this works. So well, I'm tone deaf to it. I just like it is what it is.
You know what's a great business decision? Giving a general manager a 5-year contract extension after going 13-37 going into this upcoming year.
Now you see, I try my best. I try my best to stay loyal to my teams, but when you start doing things like that, it's hard for me to. And especially in the NFL, and since like I personally care more about my fantasy team doing well. Like I'd rather beat my friends.
It's funny you say that because when I was doing my this is the randomizer, guys, going 8 times around the world here for this. This is the practice squad single, 28 boxes available, 15 total headliners. It's funny you mentioned that.
But is that the Bears' fault?
My
maybe.
You know. So in my big money league that I have available, so I'm only playing in 2 leagues this year, by the way, because I'm really trying to just zone in. I want to win a title. It's been 5 years since I've won my last title, so I need to lock in. My most hesitant draft pick that I had, because I was worried about the Bears' offense. 5th round pick, Rome Odunze.
Well, that one he's legit.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm 5-3 right now. I lost last week. I was going to move to 6-2 atop my main league, but Travis Kelce had a big Monday night. He bent me over. That was not fun, but Lamar Jackson, welcome back, my friend. So he entered my starting quarterback spot again. But how's your fantasy teams looking this year?
Not good.
Not good? How many leagues are you in?
Just 2. Again,
one number.
The Bulls are 5-0. I've mentally cheated out.
I didn't know that. I knew that you were a Bulls fan, obviously, but I didn't know that. I could tell. You and I are on that same level of like, dude. For me, I'm a habitual, disgusting, like indie basketball guy.
Yeah,
I will fall asleep watching old NBA Finals.
Yeah,
games on YouTube.
That's
like
mine.
I'm a sick, disgusting.
No, it's very seasonal, but like with baseball season, I like baseball. Obviously in July. NBA free agency is just the best.
Yeah, it all happens in like 1 or 2 days.
Exactly,
like
it's just the best a dopamine rush you'll ever get. And then, then when it's actually basketball season, like I'm watching all. Me and my friends, we share League Pass, so we just watch all the games and all that stuff.
You know what's funny? You mentioned that. I was getting some of my. Good morning, Ashley. What's going on? 8. Yeah. Good morning, Ash. I hope you're having a good Sunday morning. Hey, the bright side is, and I don't mean this in a bad way. This is bad taste. This is my level sense of humor. At least you don't have to watch your Dolphins play today. So I hope you're enjoying your Sunday. So you got that out of the way on Thursday, just like you got your GM out of the way on Thursday as well. So brighter times are ahead though for your Dolphins, Ashley. So and good times are ahead for you in these breaks too. So thank you for the box call number there. I see that as J Bass 08. So I'm assuming that's Joel Basson. Feel free to let me know how that
guessing that is
pronunciation is. But yeah, man. Hey, vibes are high in Chicago, and we have a plan. We have possibly 2 max contract extensions or max spots coming up this upcoming summer for free agents. And you know how hard it is for guys because you got to pay guys now.
Someone made it the comparison. The Clippers, the year that they dealt. Well, hopefully we don't deal our Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, but
and Modest.
Yeah, but they dealt Shea Gilgeous for Paul George.
Yeah.
And they signed Kawhi Leonard.
5 draft picks, which one of them obviously ended up.
That one didn't work out.
And Jalen Williams.
Point is, it might be a desirable destination.
Yeah,
that's the part that's awesome.
Who's going to end up landing a desirable destination for practice squad box number 8? Is it going to be Tobias Walter in the NFC North, Dan Jabba, welcome back, Dan, in the NFC South, Yesenia Ojeda in the NFC East, Joel Basson with box collar magic, good luck to you, Joel, in the NFC West, Jonathan Colvin in the AFC North, Amanda Keel, welcome back in Amanda in the AFC South, Joel again in the AFC East, and Brian Mascarenas in the AFC West. New guy magic. So we're also going to get maybe some closer new guy magic, maybe? Let's see.
Best of luck.
Clemson was terrible too. Duke, really? Yeah, I know.
Daniel Jones.
Yeah, Daniel. Yeah, the reincarnation of Daniel Jones. Yeah, Ash, it's been a. See, if you want to take yourself away and distract yourself, get your dopamine rush here in the break room. Get yourself into. I know the minis are not up right now. I know you love playing in the minis, but for Dolphins memorabilia that we have available right now, in both of these new series, it's funny because we usually have had a lot of headliner Dolphins guys lately. We've had Marino, Achan, and some headliners, but get yourself into some series there, Ash. Get yourself some nice dopamine hits. So, who's gonna get this hit? This is a very unconventional feeling bag here, guys. So we're gonna get some a little special here for Steven and I's first practice squad hit, and this is very special. So this particular item that I have in here, some people like to call this a pigskin. Now this pigskin right here was actually rushed for by nobody more in NFL history than this particular running back.
Okay.
Number 22.
There we go.
Emmitt Smith, baby. Woo!
That's also 3 straight headliners, by the way.
3 straight headliners and none bigger than this. I talked about how great the all-white look
was. Clean.
And then you got, this is amazing. So you get the bottom of the pigskin here. You get the Franklin football. And you got the Emmitt Smith signature. Do we have like a little...
We did. Hold on.
I think it got snapped the other day.
Hold on. We can figure something out.
I think there might be a clasp right in there by your phone.
Maybe. Is this it?
Let's see if we can make this work. This looks like it could work. Get that signature right there. Let's see. Okay.
Yeah, there we go.
Perfect. There you go.
Slide over a little bit.
Yeah, congrats, Yesenia.
There you go.
There you go. Look at that. Look at that bad boy. Congratulations. I haven't seen Yesenia.
The Kareem Abdul-Jabbar's of running backs.
Yeah. Mr. Longevity.
Right.
And Emmitt Smith. I still don't know how this is not on an Arizona Cardinals football, but, I'll digress. But Yesenia, again, this is the first time I've seen you play in a break. I'm sure that it's not, but if you are somebody that's recently playing here in UA, if this is your first hit, congratulations to you, obviously. That might be hit of the show potential right now. That's definitely up there as a candidate, Steven. So, very, very nice guy. She said yes. Well, awesome, Yesenia. Way to go. Round of applause for you. Literally and soundboardly. You won the, she said that she won a Culpepper jersey.
There you go.
Nice. Was that a UCF? Was that a Minnesota Viking for Dante Culpepper? Yesterday. Very, very nice. So, again, if this is one of your first couple of times playing in the break room, if yesterday was your first time, thank you for stopping in with Ultimate Autographs. If you have any questions or what's your favorite player, favorite team, I could guide you in the right direction. So, Let's freaking go. Gonna write that up real quick and take you guys back into the break room here. Keep in mind, guys, let's see here. I gotta pull this up. Where did you go? Chase Wheelspin, 21 series, blackjack. We started to get a little bit of traction in there. I saw a spot bought into the single and the double. That is the Chase Wheelspin. If you want yourself a chance, I should say, to get some ultimate autograph credit, get yourself a shot in that Wheelspin.
Emmitt Smith. That's a great hit right there.
2 M's, 2 T's, whole lot of touchdowns, whole lot of yards. Was it 22? Well, how many yards was it that he rushed for in his career? Like over 20. It was over 20,000, right? I don't know the exact number.
Oh, no, it wasn't quite 20,000. But it's pretty close. It's a healthy amount.
Oh, you're a Vikings fan, and you got a Culpepper jersey yesterday? Oh, no, that's called hitting the jackpot there.
Yeah, 18,355.
18,355, so close to 20K. Oh, you're a 49ers fan, by the way. Well, we just so have it. Oh, by the way, Ashley, we have a Tyreek Hill Speed Flex in the same practice squad series. If you haven't seen that already, go in there and get that bad boy. For you, Yesenia, in that same series, which I'm sure you just saw, hey, you were probably chasing that George Kittle, and you ended up with the Emmitt Smith. So, you know what I like to call that, Steven? I like to call that winning. And that's exactly what Yesenia just did there. But again, George Kittle, still available on that authentic, guys. Now, that is a headliner that went by the boards in the practice squad. But as Steven mentioned, our 3rd straight headliner hit in a row. And for the practice squad, guys, that was the first one that was taken down. 27 boxes, 14 available headliners left. 11 of them being photoed, 3 being secondary. I'm gonna start dropping some links here for this 21 series. We have 5 spots left in the practice squad, 7 left here in this double box break for 21. 5 left in the college series, which, by the way, I'm gonna do something. I'm gonna make a little bit of an executive decision here.
Okay.
I don't think that I have the veteran experience enough to make an executive call, but because this is getting really, really low. To being one of our last series, or last couple of boxes in this series, Stephen, with this college. So we have 7 spots left in the single. And then we have 5 left in the double. So what we could do here, for the last 30 minutes of the show, I'm going to add an additional Chase Wheelspin. This applies to the double or the single for the college. So if we can end up closing out this college, just one break, a double or a single, I'm going to have an additional Chase Wheelspin.
Okay.
Because I want you guys to get into that brand new series we're going to have coming up. Not going to tease it too much, but if you guys end up breaking into the series, I'll also tease that as well. You're the man. Let's get it done. But yeah, appreciate you, Ty. I don't get many people say that to me IRL, so appreciate the positive affirmation. Thank you very much. College is now officially on the wheel.
5 to go in that double. Ty also got the party started in the single as well.
Yeah, I know Ty again. He was looking for this college series to start. We had a lot of people speaking very highly of it, and clearly, I mean, I was here yesterday morning when it started, and it's about to go by the boards right now. So, a very short curriculum, a one-day crash course for the college midterm. Sounds like how I used to prepare for my midterms back in the day.
Right.
Like I ever had midterms. I'm a proud graduate of IMS. So let's get ourselves back here into the break room. Did we never have that conversation? I don't think we did. What year were you at IMS?
What year did I?
Yeah.
I graduated in May of 17.
Wow, you were right before me then.
Mm-hmm.
I started in the winter of 18.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I started with Windy City first.
Yep, I started. Oh, you went right to sports emphasis.
Yeah, I was right in sports emphasis.
Oh yeah, I did not do sports emphasis.
Who were your guys?
Tilo was my teacher.
So you were a night guy.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Tilo, baby. Okay, wait.
Don't worry. He's the one guy that again, he starts it. But if there's something to be said negatively about the Sox, I just go at him only. Only him.
I think I maybe had a chance to speak to Tilo once or twice. I was a day kid, so.
Oh, okay.
And plus, were you at the Chicago or Lombard location?
I was Lombard, yeah.
Look at that.
Mm-hmm.
Look at that. Small world, man.
I started in
small world.
September 9th of 16. So the first 2 months of 16 were a distraction for me. to Tilo's dismay.
Yeah. No, it was a great environment to be in, though, man. The definition of a place where you got what you put into it. So, but again, I would have never been able to get jump-started my broadcasting career if I didn't have the experience that I got with Windy City and eventually the Chicago Dogs.
Right.
So that's what I got out of that, and that was a really awesome experience. So, another awesome experience, guys, is getting yourself through some of the rest of these series. Don't forget about the vaults. Vault keys we still have available in this series. 14 boxes left, 7 headliners left in this vault series. I like to say, Steven, this is one of the best bang for your buck series that you can get in here. Rob, wouldn't you say that about every series? Yes, customers at home, I normally would say that. But here's the kicker. There's no kickers in here, don't worry. But you can get 3 speed flexes as a photoed headliner in here for $100. $100 on a speed flex. It could have a Joe Schmo signature on the side of it. Just because it's a speed flex, it's already going to be about $700 in value. So again, about 7 times the money that you're putting into it. Steven and I, we are what society likes to call degenerates. As soon as we hear the terms, oh, I can get 7 times my money back, guess what? Him and I are probably first and second in line. There's no reason why you guys should not have the same mentality. The Sharp brothers, Sterling and Shannon, this counts as an AFC South hit. Sterling, finally, after a long-awaited wait, got his just dues in the Football Hall of Fame this past summer. His brother Shannon got put in a few years before. He got a Denver Broncos orange signature up here. And then, of course, you got the Green Bay Packers green for his brother Sterling. Get that. 2 Hall of Fame brothers for $100, 1 signature, 2 signatures on 1 speed flex. We talked about Bo Jackson earlier. We got another Bo that joins the fray. It's Bo Nix, the second-year quarterback for the Denver Broncos. Another guy in that rookie draft class last year alongside Caleb Williams, Drake May, Jaden Daniels, and the GOAT, the Rattlesnake, and Spencer Rattler, who, by the way, you talk about a guy getting, going to go on a soapbox here for 10 seconds. Talk about a guy getting the short end of the stick. Poor Spencer Rattler, man. Now they're like, hey, we're going to see what this 24, 25-year-old rookie quarterback can do in Tyler Shuck. But Spencer Rattler was playing good, man. He was one of the few issues that New Orleans didn't have to deal with.
Yeah, that's true.
This season. So
he was also learning, too. Like, it doesn't, sometimes obviously people come in and dominate the NFL. That's where you talk about, Jaden Daniels last year and Drake May showed flashes. But when you draft guys in the 3rd and 4th round, sometimes it takes a few years for it to click.
Yeah.
And I think it was going to click for him, but they yanked him because they're trying to win, but they need to be more on a learning kind of base thing.
Yeah.
They're confused at what they want to do in New Orleans, and with that, they're going to lose.
Can I tell you another quick team that is going ASS backwards in New Orleans? Let's go back to the hardwood. What in the bleep are the Pelicans doing? 0-5 to start the year. They're starting guys like Jeremiah Fear as a rookie when by the way, they built this roster to contend. So,
to make the playoffs.
well, again, but in their minds, they have to build it to contend.
Yeah.
Because they traded away an unprotected pick of their own to Atlanta. You know what's another thing I found out this morning about what they did? When they traded away Brandon Ingram, that pick was actually an unprotected Indiana Pacers pick. So if the season ended right now, those are both projected to be top 2 or 3 picks.
So Toronto got that?
So, no, Indiana has the pick.
Wow.
Indiana has that pick back. So now Indiana is like, you know what? We were a game away from the finals last year. We're going to get Halliburton back fully healthy next year. We'll be reloaded. We'll be fine. And, oh, by the way, we might have a top 5 projected pick thanks to New Orleans.
But you know who also might get a top 5?
Atlanta?
But Atlanta. But you know who has that pick? Well, you know his pick swaps with them? One, San Antonio Spurs.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. God, yeah, they definitely need more talent down there. I think Wembanyama counts as 5 players. If you play fantasy basketball, he definitely does.
Well, my uncles, and I don't know where you stand on this, the generational gap between thoughts on players, which we can talk about for hours. But we are 5 to go in the jerseys, by the way.
Way to go, guys.
They sent me the 1988 All-NBA first team. And again, really great team, right? Jordan, Bird, Magic, Charles Barkley, Hakeem Olajuwon.
Great.
We're a great team.
All-time greats.
Yes, all-time greats. And he's just like, give me these 5 against anyone, any day.
I'm telling you
this right now, give me Victor Wembanyama, because good luck.
Yeah. Look. I'll take his Jedi Master to his Padawan and Hakeem Olajuwon. Now, look, my all-time starting 5 for any era, I talked about this with, I think it was Robbie the other day. If I had, because we were talking about Steph Curry, that was in a particular series, and I have Steph in my 1. Again, this is any era.
Okay. All players qualify.
I value spacing.
Yeah.
Right? So my 4 is very debatable, but because again, I play positionless too. So I have Steph in my 1, Michael at my 2, LeBron at my 3. I have Durant at 4 for my spacing. Tim Duncan at my 4 if I want to go more defensive, and then I have Hakeem Olajuwon at my 5. So that's how I view that, because I think Hakeem is the best center ever for his peak.
For now.
Nobody was ever. Yeah, I believe in the Wemby hype as well. But again,
you still got to see it first.
You give me Charles Barkley against this version of Giannis Antetokounmpo at the 4. Chuck is getting eaten alive for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I'm sorry, but he is.
I mean, that's what I so in the lineup that I created for that, I was like, fine, give me Steph. I want Durant at my 2.
Yeah,
because I don't, and then LeBron at 3.
If you want to go positionless,
well, yeah. But then totally, I was gonna go LeBron 3.
Yeah,
Wembanyama 4 and Shaq 5.
Oh, that's pretty. Yeah, that's pretty nasty.
I was gonna say we're gonna have a lot of fun.
I would only say with that though is just because of the fact that I think we're starting to see Wembanyama is where he needs to be. He needs to be dominant inside of the paint and not outside taking 6 or 7 threes a game. But the fact that he can do it and space it,
he can.
The fact that he can get a snatch block on one end and then pull up for a 30-footer in transition.
Not just pull up for a 30-footer.
Yeah.
Tween, fake drive, then step back.
Yeah.
And draw the foul. That's really where the issues start to begin.
You know, OKC was my League Pass team last year. I think everybody's unanimous League Pass team this year is the San Antonio Spurs.
Well, since we can't watch the Bulls on League Pass, yes, it is the Spurs.
Bo Nix, Josh Allen on the Authentics, guys, Rasheed Rice, and Teddy Bruschi. One of my favorite lines from the movie Ted Stephen is when they're adding all the skis.
Yeah.
At the end of it, he's like, "Oh, you want to go for a Teddy Bruschi?"
Yes.
Yeah. This Teddy Bruschi, by the way,
absolutely,
just $100 for this bad boy. You got the burnt orange custom visor, the New England Patriot, 3-time Super Bowl captain of their defensive unit. And again, I like Tom Brady. I'm not a Tom Brady detractor at all. He's not my greatest quarterback of all time, despite just what it is. I view LeBron James and Tom Brady in the same light because they have 2 of the most accomplished resumes, the best resumes. But in terms of peak quarterback performance, I'm sorry, I don't think Tom was the greatest. But I do think that he is obviously right there. This guy, by the way, was a huge reason why he won 3 of his first 7 Super Bowls. Teddy Bruschi, man, the best defensive front 7 of the early parts of the 2000s for the New England Patriots. They were a phenomenal defensive unit. So give Teddy Bruschi some love. He's also a great analyst as well, guys. If you're a Pats fan, you already know this, but give Teddy Bruschi some love. And how about this guy as well? And Rasheed Rice on the ripped custom speed flex right there for the Kansas City Chiefs. Again, guys, this is easily over $1,000 in value. If you find the right Chiefs or Pats fan in your life, you could be talking close to 1,300 to 1,500 times. 13 to 15 times its value, $1,300 to $1,500 in totality. Really nice Super Bowl inscription as well for Mr. Rasheed Rice. So Steven said a few moments ago we were starting to get some more movement circulating around the break room. Guys, please, again, a very, very big reminder there. Blackjack and College Series. This is not an every show thing, ladies and gents. We have 2 separate chase wheel spin opportunities for you guys. Blackjack Series. This is our brand new specialty series that we have up and running for you guys. 7 spots left in the double. And then in the single box break, we have 6. So we have started to see some movement. Again, this is a very cool thing that we like to do. Again, welcome into the
Lion's Den?
Yeah, welcome into the Lion's Den of the Ultimate Autographs 21 box break series here. So just this highlighted in blue portion here, if you guys haven't already seen it, under our products page, under the live break page on the UA website. After a box is opened, the host in this case, which would be me, I would deal you guys 2 cards, whoever ends up winning that item. And then if the item has a value closer to 21, so if you guys have a higher, closer to 21 than I do, then your gift card amount would equal the item that you won. So let's say Steven in this chance ended up winning a authentic. Well, guess what? If you ended up winning an authentic helmet, that gets you a $150, or chance of $150 UA gift card back. Speed flexes would be worth $100, and then a replica's even higher than that. You guys have a chance of winning a $250 gift card. So even winning an item, you're also winning your money back potentially as well. So you can get yourself a rep, an authentic, or a speed flex, Steven. Which, by the way, the series has not been touched. The ratios are as good as they are going to be right now.
That's right.
18 headliners, 30 total boxes. It's not going to get any better than this, ladies and gents. Take advantage while you can. All of these legendary names in this series, either current greats or all-time greats already. We talked about the 2 specialty lids, one being an authentic for the Buffalo Bills, the other being a speed flex for the Philadelphia Eagles. 5 Hall of Famers on that Buffalo Bills lid right there, a part of their 1990s 4-time Super Bowl attending groups, a part of the core of that team. And then last year's Super Bowl winning squad in the Philadelphia Eagles. Very, very cool stuff there. Josh Allen, we're going to be seeing him this afternoon in the primetime game that we got going on with the Kansas City Chiefs later on today.
Do they flex them on, or are they 325?
They are 325.
Okay.
So I know, because I was talking about that yesterday, and I was like, well, there's, I think, 2 other afternoon games going on for that slate as well. And they pushed that back to 325 just so that kind of has like its own standalone time. That's not a primetime game tonight. Which the Sunday night game, I believe, is what, Washington and Seattle?
Yes,
I believe. So we will see how that goes with that. Rob Gronkowski on the New England Patriots, baby. New England Pats time for Rob Gronkowski, top 5 all-time in receiving touchdowns in NFL history. Want to get him on one of those bad boys right there. Bo knows, baby. Bo Jackson, one of the greatest players in Oakland Raiders history. One of the greatest athletes in NFL history as well. What about one of the greatest defensive players of all time in Lawrence Taylor? The D-GOAT signature there for the New York Giants Speed Flex. $116. New York Giants Speed Flex. Lawrence Taylor, one of the greats to ever do it in NFL history. Does not get much better than that, guys. Take advantage of it while you can. Spots are going to fill up really fast. I'm going to be here all day long. I'm telling you, these boxes are going to drop and drop quicker than you can say the name Lawrence Taylor. So continue to get your names in that series. Julio Jones. Saw him get pulled out as a college double earlier as a part of our college midterm series, which, again, guys, a second part of the Chase Wheel Spin. Got about 17 minutes to go before we have to wrap things up potentially. Obviously, you don't want to do that, but get your 21 spots in. Get your college midterm spots in as well. He went on the Alabama lid. Jerome Bettis went on the Notre Dame lid. Get him on a Atlanta Falcons speed flex. Calvin Johnson, Megatron on the authentic, followed by his NFC North mate and Brett Favre. Travis Hunter on the speed flex alongside current wide receiver Gray with the Detroit Lions, and Amon-Ra St. Brown on a speed flex. Jim Brown, speed flex next to him, followed by Jerry Rice and Myles Garrett. His is a speed flex. Always like that alternative dog pound logo for the Cleveland Browns. And then you have the Buffalo Bills, as I mentioned, on the authentic, followed by the Troy Polamalu speed flex for the Pittsburgh Steelers. We have the single season rushing yards record holder, Eric Dickerson, guys, who, by the way, didn't win an MVP that season, for those that don't know. Still trying to wrap my head around that one about 40 years later. He's a secondary headliner. Secondary headliner, single season rushing yards record for ED. That's how loaded the series is. Chris Johnson, a guy who also ran for 2,000 plus yards in a season. CJ2K. If you had the number 1 overall pick in fantasy football in 2009, that's who you were going with. Yep. It was Chris Johnson, one of the best Tennessee Titans running backs in their franchise history.
Love his game.
Which is saying something, by the way. Yeah. Eddie George, Derrick Henry had some great all-time running backs in Tennessee Titans history. And Javonte Williams. We've given Javonte Williams his flowers so far this season for what he's done, the current Dallas Cowboys running back. So, guys, got about 15 minutes to go or so, and I kind of want to touch upon this series again before I go back to the practice squad, Steven, but let's talk about the double-up possibilities in this series. So, if you were somebody that, let's just say, kind of like us, we were very happy. We had payday this Friday. Let's say we had payday on Friday, and a couple days later, if we didn't blow through our entire paychecks, you had a little bit of income to play with, and you wanted to go into the double box break in this particular blackjack series. What would you be looking to double up on? Because there are a lot of double up possibilities in this series.
That NFC North is very, very, very
yes, it is
enticing to me.
Yeah. The NFC North is loaded, guys. We have again, double up
No Bears,
possibilities.
which is fine, but that's fine because all the players that I'd want from the NFC North are not Bears.
7 spots remaining. I mean, again, at least we got the Brian Urlacher on the college midterm for his at least New Mexico tenure there. But again, NFC North is just one of the many, many spots that have double box break possibilities for you folks. Calvin Johnson and Brett Favre. Imagine if those two played together. Imagine how many records they would have broken. The Gunslinger and Megatron teaming up together. Well, guess what? You can have them. Or if you're a big Detroit Lions fan, like the guy that I'm going to be hosting alongside, an Alex Needling, at noon and 3, or a Lions fan 420, Mr. Derek, you can double up on a Detroit Lion and Amon-Ra St. Brown and Calvin Johnson. How about some of the rest of the divisions that we have? Let's talk about the AFC North. They're spoiled, Steven. Troy Polamalu and Jim Brown. Jim Brown and Myles Garrett. Troy Polamalu and Myles Garrett. Got a lot of different directions you can go there. The NFC East, you have Lawrence Taylor and that Philadelphia Eagles Super Bowl lid that you can go with. Let's see. Looking throughout the rest of the divisions here. AFC West. You got yourself Bo Jackson available in that series. Trying to see. AFC South maybe? You got yourself Travis Hunter. So you got some really, really good stuff here, guys. AFC South, you got Travis Hunter and Chris Johnson, because that would be a Tennessee Titans hit most likely. NFC West, you got yourself Eric Dickerson and Jerry Rice. If you're a huge fan of 80s and 90s football, which I know many of you are, that's another great double up. So again, price point being $226 for that. No reason why we can't start to see some spots starting to get etched in that. 4 spots left in the jerseys, by the way. Touch upon this one briefly here, just because that one is going to break. Definitely should. We started off the show with a Michael Irvin jersey break, so that was one of the 5 headliners available. 4 to go and 4 excellent headliners left. We have a former MVP running back headlining the remaining guys, and O.J. Simpson, the 1977 NFL MVP. Then we have Jamar Chase with the Cincinnati Bengals and John Elway as well. Very, very good chances at getting yourself 1 in 3 shot of getting yourself Chase Elway or O.J. Simpson. Also, if you want to take a look at what some of these look like before they end up popping out of their respective boxes, you can also do so in the live product page. Get a nice look at the Jamar Chase, Mr. John Elway, and O.J. Simpson. There it is. 1973 NFL MVP. That's about as nice of a zoom as you're going to have, by the way, for our products. That you can just tap and zoom in here. This is this makes you feel like you have like 4K Metavision right there. So that's very, very cool. Getting closer and closer to the 11 o'clock hour, guys.
I hate when the page does that.
Yeah, no. Unfortunately, this has been testing our patience lately.
The white abyss.
Yeah, it's
Purgatory. It's the Purgatory page.
Yeah, the live break Purgatory page. So we just saw a jersey spot broken into there. So we got 3 spots there. That one should go, guys. I see 10 people. Thank you. I just got in the jersey. Try for the Elway. Appreciate you, Ty. You've been a rock star this morning, my friends. So again, I know Ty said some kind words as well about creating a second chance at getting ourselves a chase wheel spin action. We have one for the Blackjack Series. We have it for the college series as well to try and close that out, because the college ratios doesn't get any better than that. You did not have to be an economics major in college to understand how good these ratios are. 3 and 4 chance of getting yourself Justin Jefferson, Steve Smith Sr., or that Brian Urlacher jersey. So again, Ty, if you do want to end up helping us out here, helping yourself out, if you're chasing that Elway jersey in the first down series, maybe you want to go play for that Brian Urlacher in the college series, which is also very, very good looking as well. 5 spots to go in the double. Then in the single for the college, has 6 spots as well. So if we can get ourselves to 3 in the single or the double, be more than happy to keep going with you guys. I am going to stay on probably a couple extra minutes further. He said, I'm in both. Thank you, Ty. Appreciate you, brother. Thank you very much. So let's help out our guy, Mr. Percival. Let's help him close out some of these breaks. Give your guys selves a chance, obviously, at some of these breaks as well. 5 spots left to go in the double for the practice squad. At cover two. We covered an excellent hit in the single break. That's this bad mamma jamma and the product cam for you guys right here. The Emmitt Smith autograph football. That is definitely the headliner of the 3 headliners we have up on the table so far, Steven. Very, very nice for the NFL's all-time leading rusher and 3-time Super Bowl champ in Mr. Emmitt Smith.
All right, 2 more to go in that jersey.
2 to go in the jersey. That's going to be going on here. So as we go, continue to do get ourselves set up for that. Going to take a little peek here at the rest of the games for the Sunday slate because I already asked you about the Bears and Bengals.
Yes.
You threw up and shrugged your shoulders, which again, respectable response. I've been tuned out on my Cardinals, so I can feel you on that.
I mean, my team's 4-3.
So
there's a lot of Bears fans that are just locked in, and I'm just like, ugh.
What does that tell you? Yeah, but I mean, if they end up getting a big win this week, now again,
is it a big win? Like they should. Like again, as a fan, I don't know what it's like for you as a Cardinal fan, but like
not great, Bob.
Not great. But maybe just as a person, like in general, right? Like, right for the Bulls. Like on Wednesday night, they're playing the Kings. I'm like, okay, if we're gonna show growth as a team, you should take care of this team.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry, but you should take care of the Bengals. You should. I know their record's pretty solid. If it was Joe Burrow, I'd be much more scared. But it is Joe Flacco. It's actually Joe Flacco. He is playing this week. It's not even like healthy Joe Flacco. It's, he's not injured this week. You need to take care of this team.
Yeah, and then
I'm not saying win by 30 or 20, but like 7 or 10 points. Like, this should not be that difficult to win.
If you can contain one of the two in Chase or Higgins.
Yeah.
And obviously Chase Brown, he broke out really for the first time last week, but he's had a really, really poor season relative to his expectations. Mm-hmm. So if you can limit the offense, their defense is what I'm concerned. I agree with you. You mentioned it earlier. If Caleb Williams cannot put together a strong day against this Bengals front seven in their secondary, serious question marks are going to start raising over the second-year quarterback.
Yep.
For his expectations. So we'll see how that goes.
Which doesn't mean he can't bounce back next year. But again, like it's there's only one game a week, right? Like there's just so much time to overreact.
Oh, for sure.
To anything.
100%.
Even if he goes out there, what if he goes out there and throws for 500 yards and 5 touchdowns? Right? Like,
yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, no, yeah, he's fine. I'm like, yeah, but he should do that.
Yeah. Against
this team?
Yeah.
He should now, if he does it in Lambeau later or wherever they play, good. That's what I want to see. But, like, the Bengals, like, this is okay, you should go out there and you should absolutely shred these people. Yeah. Like, there's just nothing
The one thing I would be worried about as a Bears fan today is what happened last Sunday to Cincinnati. They thought they had in the bag against the Jets.
Yeah.
And then a collapse of all collapses. Breece Hall and Justin Fields were running rampant in that fourth quarter. And, they let up 23 points against at the time, the 0-7 New York Jets. And, again, any given Sunday, anything can happen. Good luck to your Bears today. Vikings and Lions. One of Chinmay's 3 picks.
That jersey is ready for you, by the way.
Jersey is ready. Yeah. Awesome. So I'll wrap this up really quick, guys, and get into that jersey break. Thank you guys for closing that out. So I'll go through my picks. So I am 13-12 because when Chinmay, obviously him being a Packers fan, me being a Cardinals fan, Cards covered when we played 2 weeks ago. So he gave me a bonus pick win. I'm 13-12 going into the week. He's 12-12. So we are about as even as we can get. So my picks that I have, let me see. I got to go back and remember this. I went to Sunday Night Football. I took Seattle -2.5.
Okay.
I went against my own Cardinals on Monday Night Football. I'm taking Dallas -3.5 at home in Jerry World. Now, again, if Kyler Murray plays, fun fact, in his high school, college, and pro career,
he dominates there.
He has never lost a game, high school, college, or pros in Dallas. He has never lost to Jerry World.
Good for him.
So, again.
You're anticipating he's not playing, though.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be Jacoby Brissett because he's still dealing with the foot injury. And then that third game that I picked, because I do not like this slate whatsoever. There's a lot of big games. He's not playing tomorrow. Yeah, according to Ty. Yeah, I was going to say it looks like Jacoby Brissett looks like he was favored to start. Who was my last team? I did not like this slate at all, dude. Give me 1 second, guys, and then I'll go on the jersey break. My apologies. Oh, of course. We've been talking about this game all day.
The Bears?
I took Cincinnati plus 2.5.
Okay, there you go.
I took Cincinnati plus 2.5.
If it was 3.5, I would love that pick.
I know 2.5. Dude, that's such a you automatically any 2.5 that you take the points up. I got to tease that up to 3.
Yeah,
you always have to tease that up. So, all right, guys, gonna go into the jerseys here, and then we also have a practice squad as well.
We already did the practice squad. That was the Emmett Smith football.
Oh, my Paul. Oh, yeah. There you go. There you go. There's my there's my IQ kicking in.
Yeah,
so
you're good.
There
You know
go.
that time change, man.
Still getting to me.
We were anticipating the same thing, but both of our children slept through it. So
yeah,
let's go.
There
I did this overnight one time at the hospital I used to work at, and it was literally on that night.
Ooh.
And I'm like, I'm never doing this again.
Watching it literally change lives.
Yeah, I watched it change live, and these kids got up at like 4:30, and I'm just like, no, like I'm not gonna manage you guys at this time. Put it in right now, Ty.
There you go, Ty. Know that you're in this series, my man. Got you covered, my friend. You said you got your spot in there. So, yeah, okay, Rich dropping the wheel. He was ready, so we're going to hit that wheel for you there, Mr. Kane. Is there a particular number that you would like for us to start at? If you don't want us to start on any particular number there, Richard, I would be more than happy to start at the number 1. That's where I usually like to start it at. I could spin it from where we're at right now at the number 13. While I wait for that response, guys, just another quick live break of the break room right now. Again, shout out to you guys for getting this last second close in. He wants to start at the number 3. Sounds good, my friend. Again, you guys are leaving 2 wheel spin chances up on the board. College midterm and the blackjack series. 5 to go on the double for the college midterms, 5 to go on the single for the blackjack. Both have barely been touched. 27 boxes in the practice squad. 30 still left in the blackjack. And then 4 left in the college. So number 3 says Mr. Kane, thank you. Bring that bad boy right here. Let's go. See what we got here. And that is going to be 17.
17?
17. Let's see if we got that, which we should, because it is the one on top here. A little bit of wheel. Little bit of wheel luck in my life. Let's see what we got going on here. All right, perfect. There we go. Ty Percival, NFC North. Brian Mascarenas in the NFC South. Ashley, good to see you back into these break spots, my friend in the NFC East. Richard Kane, looking for that box collar or wheel collar magic there, Rich, in the NFC West. Brian again in the AFC North. John Sutter in the AFC South. Yesenia, she's got the hit of the show so far with the Emmitt Smith autograph football. Can she go back-to-back headliners? I guess we'll see. In the AFC East. And
That'd
then
be our 4th straight.
Yeah, and then Eric Burns in the AFC West. So looking for our 3rd straight headliner. Box 17. 4 and 12 chance of getting ourselves a headliner. And it looks like that streak is going to come to an end.
Oh.
However, a new streak has started. Yesenia Ojeda back-to-back break victories as we are taking a trip to the AFC East. You got the Dante Culpepper jersey yesterday. You can add a Joe Delamallor to yours as well. Joe Delamallor. Nice little throwback there for you. Former Buffalo Bills great. Number 89, JSA Cert jersey. They're $29 getting you one of the more well-respected Buffalo Bills players in franchise history. So congratulations to you there, Yesenia. Very, very nice hit, my friend. Stay hot. We got a blackjack series going. I like to use this analogy in the break room. If you are seeing yourself continuously pop up in wins and breaks, you got to treat it like a blackjack table. Don't want to leave. If the table's hot, if the dealer's hot, you tell the dealer to stay. You keep putting your chips in the middle of the table, and you keep going until that luck runs out. Nice hit there. I just love the color scheme for the
blue and the red.
The blue and the red. It is one of the more classic looks in the entire NFL. So very, very nice. So guys, we've hit the 11 o'clock hour here. I'm going to give this about another 5 minutes or so to see if we can start to make a little bit more progress. Yesenia said, let's go. Way to go, Yesenia. So again, congratulations to you, my friend. Again, stay hot. Keep the good vibes going here in the break room. So Again, guys, 7 spots to go in this 21 Blackjack series. Every single headliner is still available in this series for you guys. Everybody top one down from the Eagles, 7-player Super Bowl signed championship lid there. Alongside Josh Allen on an authentic, Rob Gronkowski on a speed flex. Bo Jackson has his own speed flex that he gets to call his own as well in this series on the Oakland Raiders. Lawrence Taylor on the New York Football Giants on a speed flex with the D-GOAT inscription. Couple other all-time greats in this series as well, guys. Julio Jones and Calvin Johnson. If you're a fan of talented pass catchers like Steven and I both are, you're going to want to get yourself both of your hands on those. So you're saying the rest of us should leave. You definitely know how things go here by now, Rich. You said go Birds. Yeah, you definitely know how things go by now, my man. So, yeah, you are an Eagles fan, I believe, Rich. So you know exactly what to target in this series. Again, thank you for playing, my friend. So keep going. Keep seeing what you like in these breaks. If there's any questions about what you have, Rich, or what you want to look for, please don't be shy. Feel free to let Steven and I know. Brett Favre, Travis Hunter, Amon-Ra St. Brown, and Jim Brown round out the rest of the middle row of headliners with Jerry Rice, Myles Garrett. 5 Bills Hall of Famers. Keep the Bills vibes going on the authentic here. And then Troy Polamalu to round out the photoed headliners with all 3 secondary headliners intact with Eric Dickerson, Chris Johnson, and Javonte Williams. If you guys are wondering who these signatures are, by the way, we actually somehow got Big Dom as a signature on the speed flex.
That's awesome.
For the Philadelphia Eagles, the most well-known bodyguard, security guard for Philadelphia, or I would just say for all professional sports teams. Nobody really knows any other, at least I definitely don't know, any professional sports teams guys by name or by nickname like Big Dom. I think that's why we're going to start calling Dom Pellegrini from now on as well.
Yeah.
Big Dom has entered the chat. So very, very nice there. With Sweat, Gardner Johnson, Gainwell, Graham, and Williams all rounding out
Current
on that.
Bear?
Yeah. And Mr. Sweat, maybe not. Let's see what we got here in the rest of the
CJ
break
Gardner
room.
Johnson. He's a Bear.
So
Somehow.
somehow. CJ. Or get CJ 2K as a secondary in that series. 4 spots to go in the practice squad cover 2. Good to see that get some action as well. Everything's still available as a headliner as well for in the series outside of the Emmitt Smith signed football that Yesenia won not too long ago. 4 spots to go there. 5 in the double for the college midterm series. 5 in the single box break for the 21. So again, seeing some traction there, guys. 8 to go in the quad box for the vault. 8 to go in the double there. 8 in the single for the cover 2 practice squad. 6 in the jerseys as we re-upped on those. As we are now down to 11 spots with 4 headliners for the jerseys. 6 spots to go in the vault single. Have not seen that move in a little bit. 1 and 2 chance, so with also a couple of vault keys. We have 3 vault keys remaining, guys. All in the triple digits for the vault keys as well to get some UA credit back. So you can multiply your winnings. And again, if it's a $100 break that you buy into, you can get yourself that break spot for free if you end up getting yourself a winner as a part of that vault key in that series. And then 6 spots to go in that single box break for that college midterm. Again, we are looking to close that one out. We added the additional chase wheel spin for that right there, Steven. So again, we're at 11:05 right now. Again, I wanted to be a little bit gracious. I like to be for you guys as much as possible because I know getting the credit cards out and trying to figure out what you want to get into. So if you got those credit cards out now, I'm going to put this to about 11:10 or until Alex Neatling walks into the room. Oh, and he walked into the room. So I guess we're going to have to cut the show short, guys. Now, so we got.
Oh, did you bring us some Firehouse subs?
Yeah.
No, I don't want a nibble. I want a sandwich.
Yeah,
that's aggressive.
If you want to just toss it.
I mean, that's just a massive bag. Yeah. Throw it here.
Yeah, that was actually a feature of our Sunday show a couple weeks ago. Yeah, that's actually
No, I wouldn't. I don't blame you.
It was, dude. It was pouring rain a couple
like
Sundays
Firehouse
ago when we
too,
were
but
here.
yeah,
Yeah, it was great. I had it for the first time. I Uber Eats it, got a buy one get one, and it was it's pretty good.
God, Uber Eats is so expensive.
Yeah, it's unbelievable, man. It's also unbelievable. The prices for some of these breaks that you guys can take advantage of here before we start to wrap things up here at the 9 a.m. show. Some awesome progress though, Stephen, that we made. We had out of the 5 breaks that we did have, 4 of them were headliners. So there's no reason why. If I was somebody playing in this break room, you want to keep that good juju, that good vibes alive. If you guys want to keep doing that, again, if I start to see a 3 in any one of these, so again, double box breaking the practice squad down to 4, I'm going to give you guys exactly 4 minutes to get that down to 3, and that practice squad double, $102 left on that. TJ Watt jersey available. We have Alex Neatling's running back and David Montgomery. So don't do it for me. Do it for Alex. He's a nice guy. He pays his taxes. We have him available on the Speed Flex. Not Alex. David Montgomery. Chris Carter on the all-purple authentic Minnesota Vikings lid. Andre 3000. Andre Johnson, the greatest Houston Texans player to ever grace the gridiron down in the Lone Star State. Ty Law, one of my favorite defensive backs of the 2000s, the 3-time Super Bowl champion in Ty Law. Sean Alexander, this is new, guys. Sean Alexander is not new to the break room, but the design on the lid is new. This is what we call a midi. This is a Speed Flex Mini available that we have on the Seattle Seahawks, former MVP. If you don't believe me, the inscription's also on the side of the lid. The 2005 rushing yards leader in Sean Alexander. Travis Hunter decided to make an appearance from his college days as a Colorado Buff, the reigning Heisman Trophy winner on the authentic. Warren Sapp, the 2002 Super Bowl champion with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Talk about one of the more forgotten defenses of the modern era. That 2002 defense was loaded. Rondé Barber in the secondary. You had, oh my God, their middle linebacker, Derek Brooks. Or am I thinking of Derek? No, Derek Thomas was Miami, right? Is it Derek Brooks?
That's Zach Thomas.
Zach Thomas with the Derek. So I was right with Derek Brooks. Thank you for that.
Yep.
Say this is why I need verification. Tyreek Hill on the Speed Flex with the Miami Dolphins. Ashley Roberson looking at you as a part of this series here. Again, for a double box opportunity, just $102, guys. A litany of Speed Flexes and Authentics available with George Kittle and Michael Penix rounding us out. Secondary headliners all available. Tiki Barber, the all-time great for the New York Giants as a running back, still available. We did have Keyshawn Jenkins. He is now Keyshawn Judkins.
He's back.
He is officially back on the Breaks page site as well, in the break room as well. The uber talented first-round running back of the Cleveland Browns. We got a lot of great Cleveland Browns memorabilia going in these breaks right now, particularly in the running backs, as we have Jim Brown obviously available in the Blackjack series. Jamal Charles with the Kansas City Chiefs. He's also good to go, the former great Kansas City Chief back. So I see Steven punching in some orders over there. So congrats, guys. You bought yourself some more time. So let's get this bad boy going. We got 3 spots left to go in the practice squad double, and then 5 to go now in the Blackjack single. So 3 spots to go. So again, I'm just going to go based off of how much time we got here. 3 spots to go. I'm going to give you guys 3 more minutes. We don't have a chased wheel spin to get into right now, obviously. So, Steven, we have 3 hits of the show right now to go for potential. Got the Julio Jones.
I think it's beautiful.
It is very beautiful, yeah. Number 18, Julio Jones with his time. With the Crimson Tide, we have Jerome Bettis, the bus, with his number 6 back in the day with the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. And my leading candidate, wink, wink, nudge, nudge, for the hit of the show in the signed Emmitt Smith football. So, what do you like out of these 3?
I'm going to go with the Julio Jones Speed Flex. That thing is beautiful. Love a nice clean flex. But if we pulled that Sean Alexander, the midi would have been mine. That's the first time I'm seeing it.
Yeah, and we got a couple different, I believe we should have a couple different alignments in terms of like divisions in this 8-spot break. I'll see how this goes down because we do obviously have Travis Hunter on a college lid. So if this is not a traditional 8-division break where we have a college team thrown in there, which we might have. So let me see that actually. So yeah, so we do just have it traditionally as the practice squad like we did earlier with the single. So that's going to be interesting. So I'm guessing that would be an AFC South hit in that case for Travis Hunter.
Yeah, it should be.
Yeah, so all right.
Unless it's it's designated otherwise on the page there, That would be an AFC South hit.
Yeah, so it should be an AFC South hit for Travis Hunter. So, again, something that's going to be very, very popular. You're a recent Heisman Trophy winner. You're a number 2 overall pick. And currently he's playing on a winning football team in the Jacksonville Jaguars. So, hopefully we can see TH come back to the football field soon. So, guys, going to give this about another minute or 2. I said I'd give it 3 minutes to get it down to number 2. Because, again, I did decide to put up 2 different Chase wheel spins for you guys. And as of right now, it looks like, Steven, our time together, the last couple sands of the hourglass are starting to tick out, my friends. So, I would like for you to stay here all day for the rest of me, but the schmuck in the corner over here and Alex.
That didn't bring us any food.
That didn't bring us any food.
Didn't even. No, I don't want your floppy pickle.
I will take the floppy pickle. I will take it with open arms. So, can never say no to a floppy pickle. So you guys were
It's not
great.
even that you didn't buy it for me. You could have just said, "Hey, Steven, I'm stopping by Firehouse. Would you like it?
Is your Slack working this morning?
Yeah, no, it is. It's on.
Oh, my Slack was working too.
Yeah.
It's gotta be. It's gotta be. So if you guys want to hop in the comment section on the noon show and yell at Alex Needling for not delivering us food, feel free. Please feel free to do so.
I'll come in at noon next Sunday too, if this is gonna be the reality.
Yeah, we can make this in every Sunday routine.
Don't worry, I brought my boring, healthy lunch. Try to lose weight.
What does that entail today?
It's like a Southwest salad, but like what is it? It's beef, peppers, corn, beans. It is good.
That sounds really good.
It's gonna be good, but it's not as.
Sounds unbelievably boring, but it sounds good.
This is underwhelming. Okay?
It is. But is it due to the slack you're getting? No pun intended.
Which one did you get?
Me slacking my way in here. Stuff cool down.
Which one did you get? Oh, yeah.
Great choice.
The Italian is great. You know what's also great? You guys, the customers here at the Ultimate Autographs live break room. There's nobody better in the business. No Chase Wheelspin, unfortunately, this morning, guys. Does not mean that we're not going to get one in our afternoon or 3 o'clock show. Alex Kiera Knightley Needling is going to be joining me here once he's done wiping his face. Here for the noon show. We're going to step away for the next 45 minutes or so. From Stephen Ryan to my left, an amazing job on the P's and Q's, working the breaks page for you guys on the producer side. Steven, any final thoughts at all, my man? Because I know you did an amazing job. You had to wake up bright-eyed and bushy-tailed to join me
Don't
here
worry, I was
this
already
morning.
up.
So, yeah.
By small humans that don't care.
I was
about
going to say
sleep.
perks of having children. Yeah, small children.
I wouldn't say perks, but
Yeah, there are some perks from what
no,
I've
there
been told.
definitely are.
Yeah.
My circadian rhythm is back on point from when it was as a youth, but otherwise it was a good show, a lot of fun stuff. But I think you guys are set up nicely to see a lot of fire.
I would say
coming
so.
out, especially in that college. That blackjack, oh my God. I don't know what we were waiting for on the blackjack. Maybe everyone else is still adjusting with that extra hour of sleep.
That's why I didn't even do the Chase Wheel
Are
spin
you
for
guys
that
too
either.
well rested?
Yeah, it might be. I was going to say, I was not the only person that was hit by the daylight savings craze this morning. So, but I was able to get here. I was able to make it here and be with all of you lovely people. So for Stephen Ryan, this has been Rob Hill, 9 a.m. edition of the Ultimate Autographs Live Break Room on Twitch, Facebook, and YouTube. Again, don't step away from that monitor, TV screen, tablet for too long, guys. Me and Alex Needling will be back in the next 45 to take you through all of your live break page.